Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the newest session of the Tal'Dorei campaign. Now, of course, before we jump right into the action, we have a few short announcements to make. First off, hey Wyatt, hey Emo, how the two of you doing out there? I hope you all do enjoy the show. Feel free to keep on chit-chatting a lot. Emo, Wyatt is one of my players in numerous other games, so just chit-chat with him. He's a cool guy. Really like him. But first, we have open slots. If you are interested in playing in any of our pay-to-play games, we do have open slots available that happen all week long, all month long. You reserve the slot ahead of time, so it is yours for the entirety of the month. And as long as we are playing, we have you sitting down inside of it. Now, as I said before, we are a pay-to-play community, so if you are interested, all you have to do is reach out and let me know. Additionally, if you want to support what we do here and you don't necessarily want to jump in on any of the games, or maybe your time restricts you from being able to do that, please follow me on any of my other platforms. We have a Twitch, we have a Twitter, we have a YouTube, and we have a Facebook. I'm giving up on Mixer. It's too tedious to keep up with. Worst platform out there. I'm so sorry. It was so frustrating. If Facebook is doing better than you, Jesus Christ. But anyways, yeah, we have all of these things. If you want to follow me, like, comment, subscribe, all of those things are fantastic. And talking about subscriptions, if anybody does have an Amazon Prime account, you do have a nice little free subscription that you have once per month. You have to manually enter it in. I'm not saying you have to give it over to me, but give it to somebody. It's free money that you get to take out of Amazon's pockets and hand over to other people who are content creators and usually just donate their time for people's entertainment. Last but not least, let's talk about TPK. They hit an additional milestone. Those of us that are already a part of the Kickstarter for their second bestiary are inside of a voting poll right now to decide what mini is going to get released next. I want the hag. The hag looks freaking sweet. I want it. It looks awesome. But anyways, if you are interested in picking up a nice book that you get to fantasize about different ways to kill your players in unique manners and interesting creatures for high-level gameplay, mid to high-level gameplay, please definitely go over and get it. It is incredibly well balanced. This is coming from a DM who debates for 2 weeks straight just to see if a spell could remotely be balanced in homebrew. It's very well balanced. They do a fantastic job. But outside of that, I think that is everything we are going to go over. So
before you do that, two of the cameras are wrong on Twitch.
Yeah. I just noticed that. Anyways, Conoroth, tell us what happened last session.
Last time, started off with a, what is it called? Like on a term, we learned some of Dore's history of when he was a pirate, and learned more about the orcish individual who is trapped down here in the pit of bones with the seated primordial. What we decided to do after sitting down and resting for the night was Jimmy was going to build a device to try and keep the whispers dormant by silencing it, since we learned that it was a audible manifestation, not one of magic or mystical in nature. So we decided to build a device that uses the properties of the silence spell to, well, silence it. And to do that, it was Jimmy, Dorzen, and, well, it was,
Yurik.
No, Yurik was with us.
No, Yurik went up top.
Yeah, Yurik went with us.
Yeah. So that would have been Alarin, Jimmy, Dorzen.
Right. Those three stayed down there with Dorzen helping Jimmy, as well as the orcish individual. Alarin was searching for an exit, while Prissa, Yurik, and I went up top to search for some magic items to attempt to help power this thing. We didn't find any, but we found 500 pounds of magic items, and the nephew of the half-orc that knows Dorzen's was dead and killed by
help power this thing.
Members of the
Find any, but we found
free folk of the town of Bryoden. We made our way back down. Jimmy was able to get the machine to function at least for a little bit, and it's going to be on for a few weeks. and we started to make our way down the exit that Alarin found.
Alrighty. So, with all of that transpiring, you found the exit that was hidden closer to the very top of the large podium that the seed of this primordial sat upon. You all climbed up there, and after polymorphing, you've been traveling downwards. And down. And down. Until eventually... Who was in the front again? Conoroth?
No, I think it was Alarin. No, I think it was Alarin. Yeah.
It would have had to be one of the people who can actually climb, so Alarin or Conoroth.
Yeah, Lauren found the passage, so I would assume it'd be him, but...
Fantastic.
Yeah, the only one in front of Alarin would be Glade, who snuck ahead.
Which he's way far ahead.
Yeah.
But anyways, Alarin, as you begin traveling down, you start feeling the area that you are clawing at becomes a bit more squishy. The tubing itself seems a bit less sturdy and more fleshy in nature. And when you get down towards the bottom of this, you can feel it almost vibrate and then settle. As you see that there is a drop beneath your feet with a small layer of some type of liquid and what appears to be dissolving bones.
Well, it appears this portion is not quite as dead as the rest of it.
Is there a pile of magic items floating in that acid?
No.
I do not see anything.
Hey, kitty person. You might not want to touch the, acid. You hear Glade echoing from down below.
Yes, I figured as much, but thank you for the heads up.
Hey, yeah. There's a small island over here. It took a little finessing to get over to, but my pants are kind of destroyed.
Need help or new pants?
Oh, I'll be fine. So as soon as I get back on me ship, I'll be good.
Ah!
Doors into you just...
Sure, why not?
Alrighty. You
I'm a
flutter
bird
your
right now.
way. Yeah, you flutter your way down, and as soon as you get past Alarin, you have to fight back every instinct of your body not to get the bird. However, you look down at this wide-angled cavern of sorts. It's a large overhanging arc that goes down further, and you notice that there's this fungal growth attached to the walls, as well as a thick liquid that is oozing off of it into the top layer of acid on top of the floor of this. The island that he's speaking of is actually a large patch of dirt that seems to have been eroded and slightly liquefied by all of the acid. You see him standing upon it, and it's big enough to fit like 4 or 5 people if they huddled and got really close and personal with each other. The bottoms of his pants leg are completely dissolved up to his calf. And he sees the bird flying past and, what the fuck?
That's doors in.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the little one transformed him.
Are you fucking casters?
While they're figuring out a
Consensually.
way to get to that island, Dorzen's gonna like do a perimeter sweep of the room because I can fly right now.
Give a perception check as a bird.
What is the bird stat?
A raven?
Oh,
I
Just
think
look
they
it up in
have,
the compendium.
Uh,
I think they're
already
similar
on
to
it.
like most to owls and stuff that they have keen.
+3. They do not have keen sense, though.
All right, so
Nope.
plus
They have
3 to a-
mimicry.
Okay.
So d20 plus 3.
Does that mean
Uh,
that Dorzen can technically speak because he can mimic his own voice?
Not exactly. It's more like a baby cry or like simple sounds. And
Yeah.
Dorzen is actually not simple with the headband. 12. You peer around here and you do notice that like thick liquid seems to be being absorbed into the wall as well as pushed out towards the top of it downwards, as if it is cycling through, siphoning whatever remains fall into the acidic nature. As you keep flying around, you do notice that there are many different items down here that are all being eroded and destroyed by this acid. You can make the assumption that this can destroy even magical items.
Dorzen, do you see anything?
Ka!
Oh,
And once I do my sweep, I'll fly to the island.
Okay.
the acid is coming out of the walls.
Yes.
Ah,
The walls or the fungus?
The walls. The walls just have patches of fungus attached to it.
Can I examine the fungus? See what it might be?
Are you gonna climb over to it?
I can, yes.
Yeah, you can. I'm just asking for confirmation that you're leaving the safety of the hole into this new room.
Not yet.
He's still learning, guys. So, Alarin, you're still in the front.
yeah. Let's see.
We could probably fit about 4 or 5 of you, but it's gonna be tight. By the way, you
Have
have
you-
40 minutes left on Polymorph.
Have you seen any other way out of here?
No. I can't exactly see that well down here.
Yes. Well,
This is he's shouting from that island, right? So
Yeah.
we can all hear him. What he's saying?
Yeah. It's echoing up your chamber. I'm just not
I-
physically shouting right now.
I might be able to take a look. I've got pretty good night vision.
yes, by all means. Just be careful of the liquid.
And so is this climbing out of the hole, or is it just?
It-
'Cause I sort of missed the description.
You're
when
on
you were-
top of Connor Roth's shoulders right now. You and Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
While Sir Uric is kind of climbing down attached to a rope. And Alarin is able to move.
I could tie a rope to you and lower you down to look around.
That sounds good.
Alright, I'll do that.
Alrighty. So, you tie her up on a rope. Give me a survival check, Connor Roth.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
10. Yeah, she's tied. You start lowering her down.
Does the Mission Possible music start playing?
Somewhere in the distance, yes. Actually, that's a good point. There we go. Goofy music now. So, as you're being lowered down, how low do you want to go?
As low as Prissa can go with the length of rope, but without touching the acid.
Okay. You lower Prissa by about 40 or so feet before she is about a foot away from the acid itself. Conoroth, you're stupid strong. You can hold her like this all day. Any other character would probably have to make an ability check.
He is a small gnome, but yeah. And Chris is gonna take a look around, try to see what she can see.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Get a sample of the acid.
Well, that's too bad.
7. As you begin looking around, you do see the bones with little bits of bubbles crackling off of them, and you almost see in real time as they are slowly dissolving. And it's really distracting, and you don't really perceive anything else other than that.
It's very strong acid. And can I see the island, I guess, that's there?
Yeah, you're about 60 feet away from it, where you're currently at.
And the island's about 60 feet that away. You went through all that, Mr. Glade?
Yeah. It hurt a lot. And he has, like, severe burn marks on his legs, too.
You might want to have Soyuric take a look at those later.
Oh, I'll be fine.
Jimmy, didn't you have that thing of yours that lets us walk across liquids?
The no step boots. Yeah. Let me. They're somewhere here. I
Jimmy,
go through my bag and I bring out a bag full of tacks.
Mm-hmm.
It'll just be a moment. We can take a short little break. I'm going to ritual cast.
While dangling there.
so that's 10 minutes.
Prissa
You're
was-
attached to Conrad's shoulder. Pris
Yeah.
is dangling, so you're just taking your time.
Yep. Up to 10 willing creatures. So yep, everybody.
Excluding Dorzen.
No, including.
He's too far away.
Just if we are waiting 10 minutes,
30.
Prissa's just going
Is
to
that at 30 feet?
It's 60 feet away, the island.
Well, if it's 40 feet down, 60,
And 60
across,
feet away, it's more than 30 feet.
it's 72 feet.
That's okay. Dorzen can fly. He'll be fine.
For another 40 minutes.
Yes.
So,
Well, 30 after the ritual.
while you were casting, Jimmy,
Prissa's gonna get a little bit bored and just kind of start swinging on this rope a little bit, like a little swing.
Prissa, you should get a sample of the acid.
I don't know if I have anything strong enough to contain it.
so Prissa, while you
Oh,
were
no.
dangling back and forth like a fish, like a worm on a hook,
Oh no.
a piece of the fungus kind of congeals and shoots the acid over towards you. That was only going to be a 14 to hit. Does that hit you?
I think I have my mage armor still on, so
Yes, it has not been 8 hours yet.
So no, it does
It's been
not.
like 4 or 5.
It
Okay.
did not hit me.
So as the acid shoots towards you, you manage to like dive out of the way a little bit, but it explodes in a bubble in a radius around you. You suffer 3 points of acid damage, and the rope you were attached to is corroded.
Like,
Can
it's still-
Alarin
it's still
reach and grab
there,
her?
or it's,
40 feet down. So,
Alarin
Marissa,
is
you might be fast, but you don't have a reaction to run 40 feet and catch.
No,
no,
I
but wasn't Alarin already down there though?
You're not. If you're hanging from the ceiling, she's 40 feet down.
Oh, okay.
So you're not. No. She's right above the acid. However,
and Dorzen's on the little island, right?
yes. However, Prissa, I need a con save, and then I need initiative.
Yeah.
This is
And
before your spell went off, Jimmy.
and you do not get anything extra from Alarin at this point.
12. You maintain concentration on Dorzen's spell, thankfully.
Actually, it was roll 20 being slow. I still maintain it because it's 11, but
Yeah,
12's
yeah,
initiative.
that's fine. So everybody, please roll me initiative.
Oh boy.
So do I have to go off bird stats?
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull up that sheet for myself.
I forgot to click my token last time, so I did it this time, but my initiative's 12.
No problem. All right, I see 4 people on there. I see 4 rolls, so we're looking for a Lauren, and Sir Yurik is not here.
I'm
is it
on
okay-
there.
Is it okay that when the moment, as a reaction when the initiative starts, Prissa can shout back that the fungus shoots acid?
No,
Okay.
it happens in an instant.
All right.
But you have your 4 words in between turns.
Yes. So 17 for you. Change yourself back up to 17. Well, that's a train. Or bus, or car. So anyways, Prissa drops down into the acid itself, splashing upwards, and most of it coating her exterior and clothing, as well as her bag. Konorov, you see this happen instantly. What are you doing?
Lower another rope down towards her.
Okay, so you go reaching in and lower more towards her, hoping that she'll be able to grab on and attach herself to it.
And did I see what did that?
No, you saw a from over somewhere else. But there was a bubble of acid which exploded.
I guess then, yeah, I'll do that, and as soon as she grabs on, try and pull her back up.
Okay, so it took you your action to lower the rope, and you're hoping when she grabs on, you will then start pulling her back up.
Right.
Okay. Jimmy, your ritual casting has been interrupted. Still maintaining?
Getting a little noisy, guys. That's my turn.
Dorzen, or Birdzen, what are you doing?
Bird stats.
Like a bird, he is watching and quiet.
I can get to them. I have a fly speed of 50.
Yes, you do.
Fuck it, I'm gonna fly. Did I see this mushroom?
What's the passive perception of a bird? 13? You
Yeah.
saw the fungal growth, yes. It's not a mushroom, it's like a green, thick fungus that congealed and shot it.
Dorzen's gonna fly up to that and peck it.
Okay. You fly up next to it and roll to hit.
No, Dozen.
+4 to peck. For some reason.
"21 hits. How much damage do you deal to this?
1d1.
1 damage.
1. You poke into
I'm a
it.
challenge rating of 0.
Yes, you are. Prissa picked that form very wisely.
Hey, it was small, it could fly, and now he is pecking it.
Yep. So as it takes 1 point of damage, you watch as it kind of like congeals upwards. It's about 20 feet up the wall, and Dorzen, from coming into direct contact with this fungus...
Womp, womp, womp.
Yep. You suffer 10 points of acid damage.
Raven only has 1 hit point.
So your form appears and suffers 9 points of that acid damage as you fall down into the acid itself.
I have the horseshoes.
You do not fall into the acid itself. You're hovercrafting and now it's pushing everywhere else. very important.
Yeah, being able to walk on water is very important in this situation.
Unfortunately, you already used your action to attack once, which that is all the bird had, so. All done?
I used all my movement as the bird.
So that's all your movement.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That's what I thought.
Unless you have a bonus action, something.
No, I'm done.
Okay. Alarin, you're kind of right behind Conoroth.
Could you maybe hurry things along, Jimmy? It seems we're in a rush.
Still got a ways to go.
He doesn't have it prepared.
Oh, I have it prepared.
Oh.
Nobody's given me any inclination that we really need to rush. I've just heard noises. And my perception is terrible.
True,
And I'm
true
focusing on a spell.
So, what are you doing, Alarin?
Please unload to the rope, Conrad, and Alarm will climb down the rope.
Okay. You're fast. Are you going to use Feline's agility to get down there in one turn?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to get down there and grab a hold of Prissa right below me and lift her up from the acid.
Okay, so you're using your action to grapple Prissa. Prissa, are you willing?
I mean, I don't think she has much of a choice at the moment. Like, I don't know how well she can see inside the acid, anyways.
Oh, you're not you're not engulfed in it. It's just a little layer of a few inches.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
That was like
but
a whole
it's
pool.
No, it's only a few inches, but it is.
Strong acid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So- So just lifting her up and shaking her a little bit
Okay.
to get some of the acid off.
Give me a dex save, Alarin.
Dex save. That's a 20.
You manage to grab onto a section of her shirt, of her cloak, that is not currently covered in the acid, and lift her up like that, grabbing her, instead of putting your hands into the acid as she's flailing around. Because you probably don't want to touch it. So you managed to not touch the acid. Good job. All done?
Yes.
All right.
I believe so.
Prissa, at the start of your turn, you suffer 14 points of acid damage, and I need you to roll me a d6.
Oh.
4.
I don't like that.
At least you're not swimming in acid.
I mean, I remember when I mentioned, that that cruelty is Jero's favorite feat.
It is a great feat. All right. Well, your robe is fine. That's good. Your boots are starting to dissolve already.
Oh no!
And your bag and the contents inside are beginning to spill out.
Which bag?
The one on her back, which is her scholar's pack. So, Prissa, it is your turn.
Let's see. So I can see Dorza now, right?
Yes, he's hovering above the acid in front of one of the fungal sections. As you notice, the fungus is starting to spread. Actually, since Dorzan initiated combat with it, fungus needs to be added to the track now as well.
Alright, well, first thing she's gonna shout, Dorzan, the fungus shoots acid!
Thank you, Prissa.
And then, let's see, so all my stuff.
They are starting to spill out into the acid itself.
Oh yeah, I realize that. Prissa is going to. How far away is Dorzen?
He ran 40 feet from the island over towards it, so he's probably like 30 feet away from you. As you're being hoisted up by Alarin, you're, dangling.
Yeah, I'm a dangleberry. Okay. Yeah, actually, and I just looked to check the thing. It only works with touch. Prissa's gonna cast Fly on herself and Ilarin, and then she is going to zip to that island before all her things can go.
Okay, they're all falling out already. That was the beginning of your turn.
Oh no.
Yeah, the bag itself is not very sturdy, and it is just dissolving.
There's literally nothing I can do to save my shit.
You can investigate to try to grab and hold on to whatever you are specifically looking for.
No.
Ah.
This is why he let us take so much crap from the treasure hoard. This is why.
Well, luckily, Dorsen has most of it.
I'm standing in front of a thing that shoots acid.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And a lot of the magic items is split between the rest
So,
of us.
Prissa,
Yeah.
are you going to fly, or do you want to start scavenging some of your stuff?
I can't do both.
It's an action to investigate.
You know what? It's in this sort of opportunity, it's the best option to save what you can. And my bag's gonna dissolve, so I'm gonna try to. I have to get it out of there, or at least
Okay.
to a safe spot. So
Go ahead
I'll
and
fly
roll.
with.
Okay, you're casting Fly on yourself.
No, I already cast it on me and Alarin.
I was asking you if you wanted to retcon that to try to investigate.
Oh yeah, no. She'll be back later, but for now she's gonna save what she can, which is Alarin, her friend, and her remaining stuff.
Okay.
She's gonna fly at 60 feet, so that island you said was 30 feet away.
Yes, you can easily soar over towards it.
Oh yeah, she's gonna dump her bag there and try to. Is there any remaining acid? Because she's gonna try to get that off.
It's soaking your robes, and you need an action to be able to do anything to get it off.
Okay, in that case, she'll stay at the island because she needs to try to maintain concentration.
And
that'll
the
be
concentration spell. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be her turn.
As of now, the only thing magical on your person that's been destroyed are your boots of Elvenkind. They're the first thing to get contact with it. Your robes are magically tougher, so they're harder to destroy. Sir Yurik is going to look down there. This is pretty bad. What can he do?
Spiritual weapon.
Fireball. Fireball. Fireball!
I mean, I would have, but Dorzen got close.
He can't even see it. He has to climb down, so he's at half movement speed. As he
So you're
climbs
saying
down,
fireball would illuminate the chamber.
For 6 seconds.
as he climbs down there, now Conrath, I need you to give me a strength check.
If I was in hybrid for it, I have advantage, but I don't. So,
Yeah.
So just strength check or saving throw? Would you just?
It is a check. As now
Sure.
you're holding on to the weight of Alarin as well as the weight of Sir Yurik while having Jimmy ritually cast on your back.
Oh no, Elarin is flying at this point. He let go of the rope.
Oh yeah, that's right. Alarn does have fly on him.
Okay, then you're still lowering down a hulking Sir Yurik. What'd you get?
15.
Okay, that's enough, yeah. You manage to hold on to it as he's just running down as quickly as he can, and as he climbs down with only half his movement speed and looking around and goes, this looks pretty... Oh, there's a lot. Alright, try this. He throws out a ray of light that envelops into a wall that illuminates the entirety of the wall on that one section you're in front of, Dorzen, as he casts Wall of Fire. The
Nice.
fungus can never succeed a dex save, so it starts taking 22 damage, and is now on fire. You watch as the
Yay.
fungus starts spreading and congealing, however, it's not able to move, being stuck inside of the flames, and you notice that it's starting to dry up incredibly quickly. He kind of like looks past and goes, "Did that help?" And
It appears so.
that's the beginning of the turn that they have to make another one, right?
No, they don't
and if
get
they
any more
stay in it.
saves.
No,
It's
but
just
it's
if-
at the beginning that they take the damage. That's what I'm trying to.
And
If
since
you
it can't move,
end your turn.
Okay, so at the end of its turn, it will. Okay, so
Yeah.
the fungus, after taking 22 points of acid damage, is going to use another acid ball. Dorzen,
Can it see through the flames?
it can't see ever. So it
the question is, can
congeals-
its acid go through the wall of fire?
Yes. And it shoots it directly at you, Dorzen. That is going to be a 6 to hit.
Nope.
Yes. However, it is still going to explode behind you. Yes. 4 points of acid damage. Roll me a d5, because you have 5 bags on your person.
Oh, I thought it was gonna go like a fifth of the loot. Or a fourth, maybe.
This is why he said if we get out of here with the loot.
So that's what
Go ahead. Did you roll your d5?
doing. I'm not used to doing the non-button things.
I got you. /r space d5.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the way that you always calculate left to right. So that's your back left, which means the one with the magic items is now dissolving. One of the ones with magic items is now dissolving.
Wait, I had all the loot. Wait.
Not all of it. You had a very large amount since you could carry the most bags.
Yeah.
Alrighty. However, that was not the bag of holding, so be thankful of that. Conaroth, you're currently holding Sir Uric there on top of the rope.
Okay,
Or wait, Dorzen, did you want to move? Or
I
wait, no, that wasn't
can't.
your turn. That was the fungus'
was-
turn.
it was the
Conaroth, your
fungus's
turn.
turn.
Your turn. I'm sorry.
Which means it takes more fire damage, I think.
yeah.
Ooh, yes. Roll damage again, Sir Uric. Don't mind if I do.
Shrivel up, you freaking sponge.
18. Yeah, that's some good damage on it. The fungus is looking even more dry.
Just waiting for when he says it explodes. I'm just waiting for that.
Conaroth.
Okay, yeah, I'll probably use my... Okay, is that the action? Yeah, I'll use bonus action to go into hybrid form
Okay.
and start swinging Sir Uric towards the island
Okay.
on like a parabola, you know?
Give me an athletics check. Ugh. Ugh.
That is a... Because I know I get... They wouldn't count as a strength check, would it?
No, it's athletics.
Right, I was just double checking.
Yeah, that's a
Athletics
check.
is a strength-based ability check.
Then I do have advantage on that because I'm in hybrid form.
Yep. Go ahead. 30. You manage to rear it from side to side, being conscientious of the edges of this tunnel that probably have a bit of that acid on it as well, and not touching them. You manage to sway him side from side at a very strong, very good rate, trying to get him in the angle of that fungus. So Uric is, what? What? Ooh, this is kind of fun. All done?
Yeah, just trying to get him closer to the island as he can. My boots are activated, so
Yeah, you're
I'm stuck on
attached.
this wall.
Yeah.
So
Jimmy, he's shaking back and forth now.
Whenever I finish this, where is everybody?
You want to roll a perception check?
No.
Does
11.
anybody? Okay. You kind of notice Sir Yurik dangling, as well as a lot of Prissa's like casting stuff inside of the acid.
I can't. You guys are too far away. What? I stopped my ritual cast because I don't have people to cast it on other than Kanara.
Sir Yurik is still within 30 feet.
And yourself.
He's swinging though, right?
He's not at the bottom. He's just
turns.
swinging back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we? So we're not walking down there, are we?
Acid.
I'm looking at the giant wolf guy next to me now. Does he speak at all? Does Kanara?
Yeah.
You have 4 words.
Acid, melting, magic items.
So we need to go quicker. Okay, here, take this. And I bring out the puff pack and slap it onto Kanaroth.
Okay.
So Kanaroth has fly now.
Alrighty. So we have
And I'm
3
going
flying
to
items.
I'm just going to latch myself onto him.
Very good.
I'll put the puff pack on him and I'm hanging on the puff pack.
Gotcha.
Flying werewolves.
You have handlebars already put on there. You know what you're doing.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Flying werewolves. What is this world coming to?
Yep.
Hey, you're not in London.
Alrighty. Dorzin, it is now your turn.
So one of the bags
the
is
start
starting
of
to
your-
burn.
Yes, at the start of your turn, however, the acid burns you again for an additional 3.
And Pyramol is melting.
Pyramol. This thing. That's hilarious. So I'm gonna use my action to try to save the loot.
Okay, so you're moving away from the fungus?
Yes.
Okay. Go over there, roll an investigation. Keep in mind, you're gonna have to touch the acid in order to grab it, the things.
Yeah, that's fine. I got the hit points for that. Did it proc?
I don't see it yet, no.
Can I use my session inspiration because this is actually very important?
Sure.
And there it goes. Okay, it did it twice. Sorry.
Okay, what was the first one?
Technically, the first one is a 5.
With your
And
advantage.
in the second on the
Would have been an
second one-
11.
Yeah.
Okay, an 11. As you run over there, you look at the contents down below. It takes you a second because you know the most valuable thing to protect Aprissa's would be her spell book, but it's not down there. And then you remember she keeps that tucked into her robes. Okay. However, Prissa, what is the next most valuable thing that you would have inside of your bag?
Oh shit.
Excluding your
Well-
spell book, that one you keep inside of your robes.
Box Machina lunchbox.
The most valuable to everyone, not you.
Okay.
Coin amount.
I don't know, it's a collectible.
Yeah, but so are Beanie Babies, and they don't have any value.
Some of them do.
Not a lot.
Yeah, just wait till the spider eggs hatch.
So that would be something like your pearl, your scrolls.
Yeah, the scrolls would be in there. The pearl she would keep in her pocket of her robes because that's
Fair enough,
handy
fair
for-
enough.
I'm sorry, I was trying to think of it real quick. Wands would be on her person.
Mhm.
Can
You would
give
have
me a
one of your potions on you, the other would probably be in the bag.
So definitely the scrolls are in the bag. If that's something.
Yeah, so there's about 7 spell scrolls in total.
Oh, okay, so I thought you were gonna say there was 7 in there because that's like a lot of my scrolls.
Oh no, that's all of your spell scrolls would have tumbled out of the bag. All 7 of them.
Oh no.
So Dorzin, you managed to pick up one of them. Roll me a D7. Prissa, we're counting directly down on your character sheet.
Are you gonna mark it off, or do you want me to? Or
I'm going to unhighlight it if it gets destroyed, so you know what you lose. 1, 2, 3. That'll be your scroll of haste. It is no longer equipped. See?
Okay.
So you managed to grab the scroll of haste, Dorzen, and rip it out of the acid. However, you are going to suffer acid damage. You take 11 points of acid damage.
Wait, isn't the gate scroll in there?
There is.
There was.
There is. Magic does not get destroyed that easily. Just when it comes into direct contact, it gets fucked up.
And I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to get to the island.
Okay.
Because that wall of fire's dealt with that.
For sure. Alarin,
Yeah.
you're flying right there. You're about 20 feet from the ground at most.
The rope is
Yeah.
swinging back and
And
forth.
you do see everything else in her personal contents inside of that acid.
Let's see. You know what? That was a whole bag full of stuff falling out, and those things mean a lot to Pressa, and she's been pretty nice.
Out of everybody, aside from you, the nicest.
Yeah.
What?
So Elarn is going to help her keep all of her stuff by flying over and using his elemental gem to summon a water elemental around the items so they do not get touched by the acid. And the water elemental is
How long is the
resistance.
cast for that?
It's an action.
It's a gem. It's not casting water elemental. It's a gem that, as an action, can summon one.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's powerful.
Yeah, you've had that for a while.
Yeah, I had. So I'll crush that gem and summon it around the magic items, pushing the
Alrighty.
acid away.
So, I now need to roll initiative for water elemental. Remind me, where did you get this gem again?
I bought it.
You bought it. Cool. That's all I needed to know.
Yep.
Because if you would have found it, there's a possibility it wasn't just the water elemental.
Oh no, I bought it, so I knew what it was.
You're good. Its initiative is at +2, so it will act on initiative count 20. Wow.
Yep. So for now, it's just standing there and protecting the items from getting dissolved.
Well, for now it is summoned. You've given its command, and it will do that on its turn.
Oh, so I don't get to decide where it's summoned?
You get to summon it in a location, and it's where the acid is, but it's still going to just pick up the acid with the items, so they are still dissolving slower, but it's not able to, like, try to protect them until its turn.
Well, okay, fair enough.
And the water elemental is already in acid, so it's taking damage.
But it has resistance, so that's something.
That's very good for it. And that's your turn?
That
Got
is my
movement.
turn. Yeah, I'll fly over to the island
Alright.
as well.
Prissa, you saw Dorzen looking around and grabbing one of the scrolls, and his hand's already starting to, like, dissolve a little bit as he charged over towards you. Oh, wait. Your robes are still...
Yep.
Okay. You suffer 10 more points of acid damage, and your robes, at the very edges of them, are starting to shrivel up.
Can I use an action or something to... Would prestidigitation work to clean these?
Yes, it would.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Then I'll clean off the acid with prestidigitation.
Alrighty. So, you start casting the spell on your clothing, eradicating the acid itself, and spreading it off of you.
And then, yeah, I'll keep maintaining the concentration on the fly, but I'm going to quickly go through my bag, what's left of it, to figure out what's remaining and what's missing.
You notice that only the things that were attached to the side of the bag are still there. Everything else is kind of tumbled out of it. So you do have, I'd say, about half of the spell pages in ink that you originally had.
Okay, so I'll cut that in half real quick.
Yeah, the other half is currently inside of the water elemental being destroyed. Actually, no, they are mundane until you magically infuse them, so they are destroyed. So go ahead and drop that down to 224, I'll say. You still have your pearl, you still have your quarterstaff, you still have most of your things, actually. It's just all of those valuable things that you keep buried at the bottom of your bag fell out.
That's good to know. Yeah, so I guess that was my action to, prestidigitation, check what's missing. I can't think of anything I can do in terms of actions right now, except
Well, prestidigitation would have been your action.
yeah, that's what I said. Hey, what's above the island?
You look up above you, and it appears like there's a little bit more of this fungus, as well as the consistency of the ceiling. That's about all you can see.
Oh no. Does that fungus look like it's reacting to us at all?
If you had more actions, I'd be able to tell you.
Okay, that's alright. Well, just knowing that's good to know. So that'll be my turn.
Sir Uric, swinging from side to side. What was the point of this, Conrath? Just swinging.
Read a jump at the apex towards the island.
Ah, yes, that I can do.
Kind of pointless now, but okay.
He can't fly.
Yeah, but he's tied to a rope you're holding.
He rolled a 10 on his athletics. Goes flying towards it, reaching out towards you, Prissa, but decides he's not going to drag you down and just crashes into the acid instead.
Wait, does he have advantage?
How?
Why?
Well, Lauren said he had something.
Oh no, I thought it was Canroth who did it. Sorry.
No, Conrath has advantage.
Yeah.
This guy's just a cleric.
Wait a minute, he's got that thing. Is it inhuman endurance or something?
Human.
That ability check?
Human determination, something like that.
Yeah, human determination. He can get advantage beforehand.
He has to use it to grant himself advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Forgot
unfortunately,
you had
no.
that.
He falls face first into the acid.
No, his new armor.
5.
His pretty face.
Hey, so Uric, last session you didn't die, but that new armor that you paid a lot of money for got destroyed.
And now his bag that he was holding with the magical items, as well as his other bag, are soaked in the acid. However, he's going to stand and use the remaining movement he has to crash into the island.
Well, at least it's right next to the island, so you can get it quicker.
Yeah, he got over there, but now his things are dissolving. The fungus is going to go. The fungus is going to rear itself again and shoot towards the island.
Got a range of 30 feet?
Yes. Well, no, it doesn't. It falls short and explodes in your area. Yeah. However,
More
I
fire damage.
do need dex saves from all of you on the island.
I'm gonna roll just to see where in terms
Concentration on Sir Uric. He's good.
Just want to see if Alarm would have stayed in between.
Natural 1.
So, if it's okay with you, Gerald, since it's theater of the mind, I'll roll the D2 to see if Alarm would have stayed in front of the island to protect the rest of the party, or on the other side of the island to get
All
as
of
far
you
as away.
on the island. So
Jimmy, how
regardless,
far
you'll
away
get-
is that thing that
Oh,
you
okay,
do?
yeah.
Too far.
Damn it.
He's also up in the hole.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought they started moving.
Not until Conrath's turn. Alarin failed. Dorzin failed. Sir Uric needs his dex save as well. He is successful. Prissa, you are just barely successful. Glade is successful as well. All right. So you ignore the brunt of the force. However, each of you do suffer 1 point of acid damage, rounded up to 1.
Woo!
Wait, 1 rounded up to 1?
You're not taking 0, it's 1.
Okay.
Got some bad news for you, Lauren.
Well, at least I made it to the island, so that's something.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I missed that one. Sorry.
Yeah. So you all suffer 1 point. And yeah, your clothing is now once again acidic.
Acidic. Good
Conrad.
news, this fungus is still on fire.
Oh yeah. Damage again. Thank you.
Ooh, is this the fungus above us or the fungus that's
This is the fungus with the wall of fire.
Okay.
It keeps ending its turn in the wall of fire.
It can't move. Actually, he has to make a con save. He's good. 22. The fungus shrivels up and drops into ash.
Yay.
However, initiative still has to be here because of what's transpiring. Konaroth, kind of dangling there, where you see a water elemental was formed after Alarin did some stuff. But now you can feel a weightlessness in your entire body.
I'll drop the rope and detach from the wall.
Right, the rope now falls into the acid and is destroyed.
And like, I start falling down, just enough to, like, get real close, about 5 feet, and then shoot forward to just to mess with Jimmy a bit. Like, I don't think it's working. As we're falling down, and then, boom, never mind.
Luckily, Jimmy, you don't even notice. So you fly on over towards the island. However, with the 5 of them on there, you're kind of stuck hovering around.
Well, I'm hovering
I mean-
with Jimmy, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
To be fair, Prissa is very small. Not halfling small, but
It can only house 5 humanoids. Dorzin
And I-
is large.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I take up 2.
Yeah.
Do I see all the items that are in the acid as I came down?
You see all the items that are in the water elemental, not in the acid. However, you also see everyone else who is currently soaked in the acid that's covering their clothes and dissolving even their armor.
Yeah, let's not touch that, Jimmy.
Do you want to do anything with your action?
Could I try to use one of my many bases in my alchemy's kit to counteract it?
Yes, you can. Give me an alchemist supplies check. Who do you want to use it on?
Dore, since he has the items.
Now you're thinking like a pirate.
So go ahead and give me a... Okay, that's no problem.
Jesus Christ.
Dorzin, the areas of you that have the acid, you watch as he pulls out a vial that is much wider than the other ones he's been using, pours this white powdery liquid that kind of poofs up as it falls into his hand and starts slamming it on your chest, rubbing the areas, dousing it over top of the items in your bag, saving whatever has not already been destroyed. So, good job. The water elemental. 4
Yeah.
points of damage on it. I'll just keep track of it myself. It's probably easy.
Was that before or after the resistance?
After the resistance.
Okay.
It was going to be 8.
Gotcha. Yeah, the water elemental will just scoop up and keep swirling in its body as many of the magical items as it can and press its
Alright.
belongings. And,
So I'm going to make the water elemental give an investigation. It rolled a 0. So whatever's already in its body is all it's keeping as it starts swirling over towards you.
Yeah, it'll just swim through the acid. That's quicker.
Right, Jimmy, you're now on Konaroth's back. You cannot possibly miss the smell of acid burning flesh and other items that you are very familiar with.
I just kind of look around the chamber, maybe for somewhere else that we could go to? I mean, I'm at the mercy of Kenroth at this point. So
Roll me a perception check.
of course. 14.
You start peering around the chamber. You have dark vision, so you do notice, not that far away, there appears to be like a box made of stone, kind of large. Has some really intricate markings on it as well.
I played Dark Souls. It's a trap.
Is it like leading to any corridor, or is this just like a box?
Oh, the
sitting on-
corridor goes on for a long time. It's a little bit closer and further from it's a little further from where you just came from.
Okay, I'll just point out to Kenroth. There's something over there. If we get everybody safe, we should probably try to get out of here as quick as we can. That's my turn.
Dorzen.
Would Word of Radiance burn off the acid on other people?
First off, damage. Oh wait, no, you're clean. There's one way to find out.
Can we say, Jero, also, I'm just using everything I have to hang on to this pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Word of Radiance to try to burn the acid off everyone else.
Alrighty, roll Word of Radiance. It's a target creature, correct?
It's what I choose within 5 feet of myself.
So that would be everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, I need everybody to give me a con save.
You save.
No damage.
Would it need to hit us to?
All of you are within 5 feet of him.
Yeah,
It's like thunderclap,
yeah,
but radiant.
would this need to hit us to burn off the acid?
He didn't say anything beforehand. He's just casting it, targeting each
Ah,
of you.
yeah.
But
Fair enough.
I said specifically to get rid of the acid, is what I said.
But you didn't use your accent like you always do to signify that you're speaking as Dorzen.
Can I do?
Would you like to say that out loud to people in the party?
I'm going to try to get rid of the acid. Hold still. How's that?
Sure.
Can I do a free action insight
Okay.
check?
I mean, technically, them
Not
saving
free.
doesn't stop the acid from burning off.
Prissa instantly just T-poses, for, like, that whole, arms out so he can do it. 'cause she
So you
just
choose to fail?
Yeah, she trusts Dorzen.
It's the stuff on their clothes. It's still hitting them, I guess.
Yeah, I'll choose to fail as well.
Okay.
He fully trusts Dorzen.
Sir Yurik is not going to choose to fail. And he is successful. That leaves Glade. He'll trust you, choose to fail. All of you that chose to fail, Dorzen, are you target, or you don't have to target yourself, take 11 points of radiant damage. That has no
Reduced.
effect on the acid at all.
Well, at least it's reduced to half.
Prissa's
God.
down.
Damn it.
And Prissa immediately falls unconscious.
What?
Yeah, the 11 was all I had left.
No, you only take 6 because you're in the aura as well, so you get reduced damage from spells.
Never mind.
And it did not work.
Damn it. I really thought that would work.
Are you going to do anything else on your turn?
Can't really do anything else. That's an action to cast it.
Alarin.
Okay.
At the start of your turn,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to suffer 11 points of acid damage. Roll pretty
Uh-huh.
high on that one.
Still keeping concentration on the water elemental.
Good.
Yes.
As well as your items are starting to dissolve. starting with
Yeah.
your bags. You had multiple bags?
I have one bag with magic items, one bag that has random mundane stuff in it, and I have some pouches, but they would be more hidden underneath the
The
clothes.
pouches will be fine. However, between the two bags, I need a D2. Your party bag or your loot bag.
Mm-hmm.
Loot bag is 2.
So
Party
that's party
bag.
bag.
So all of the average contents that you would keep on you on a day-to-day basis, as well as any focuses, spell components, or anything else inside of your bag, are starting to dissolve very quickly. The main mundane items are going to be destroyed. And
Yeah.
I need you to roll me a D... Oh, wait, no, your studded leather armor is now also eroding.
Studded leather is magical +2.
Yes, it's starting to erode. I'm not saying it's
Oh.
destroyed, it's starting. Yes.
Okay.
So roll me, let's go with a D4.
1 again.
1. You lost the first relevant item, which was your greater healing potion.
That's in my pouch though, not in my bag. I have 2 pouches which I keep for the potions.
Okay, so one of these potions. You can't house all 4 of them in your pouches. You don't have
too
that
big.
much. Yeah, they're hulking. You have superior potions. So
Yeah,
you can only
fair
have
enough.
2 of those 4, which means I need a D2 to roll to see which one is not on you, or which
Okay,
one
yeah.
is getting destroyed.
Well, I would have kept the potion of speed and superior healing in pouches.
Okay, so it's the greater potion still. Cool.
Yeah.
That one's destroyed. However, it is now your turn.
Okay. In that case, I've seen Jimmy and Canaroth stop the acid before, so can I please have some of that quickly? And just reach to grab some.
Conoroth, you kind of already used the contents of your one vial. You need to grab another one. It takes an action from somebody who knows what they're doing. Or a pulsa with prestidigitation.
Okay. In that case,
Yeah, you have to rely on your party members for some things. It's unfortunate.
yeah. Well, then I'll cast protection from energy acid on myself to help stave off the erosion of
Okay.
everything.
Cool. The moment you cast that, the erosion dissipates off of you
Oh,
and your contents. Yeah, you resist it now, so everything on you will resist it.
so no more erosion. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're good now. Prissa, you're really hurting, and at the start of your turn, you are going to suffer 4 points of acid damage. As well as your robes are now in the acid as well, and your bag is now considered to be attached to acidic nature as well. So,
Okay.
luckily, the
So-
contents of value are already kind of taken care of, so
So the robe's the only thing that's burning, or is it my clothes in general?
it would be your robe since that goes over top of your clothing.
Okay.
But
so
keep
I
in
already
mind,
said-
your robes are +1, so they
I'm
are
aware.
protective.
I'm aware, but I'm going to lose the robes and cast prestidigitation on my bags for its contents. Got stuff underneath the robes, so I'm not naked.
Yeah. I'm just like, your bag's contents have already spilled out, more or less.
Oh.
So all of your spell scrolls and things like that inside of it have already fallen down. So you can still prestidigitate the bag, but the bag has been destroyed. It's a mundane bag.
Okay, alright, so it has been destroyed. In that case, yeah, prestidigitate my robes.
Already.
And then look around to see who else needs prestidigitation, even though I'm pretty bad right now. Like, looking pretty bad.
Glade needs it. Sorry, Yurik
yes,
needs it, but you can only do it once per turn.
Alara needs it?
So she
No.
needs. She needed to know the order that, or who needed it still, so she's gonna get ready to do that next turn, and
Fantastic.
that will be what she does.
Sir Yurik will suffer 5 points of acid damage. Wait, no. That was 12 points of acid damage. Fantastic. And his contents are starting to be destroyed as well. Ooh, this is dangerous for him. He had a bag, right?
So Yurik?
Yeah, it's not on his sheet, but like you guys would remember better.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he had a bag of like gems and coins.
Okay,
Loot
cool.
Bag. Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll.
'Cause I know it was Dorzen, myself, Yurik, Alarin, and some Jimmy. I don't
His
think
loot
Chris carried
bag has already fallen apart. The contents spilling inside of the acid. However, he is going to take a moment on his turn, seeing how hurt everybody in the area is. He's going to cast... Wow, he has so many healing spells right now. That was sarcasm, by the way. Does he have any healing spells prepared? No.
He should have Mass Healing Word and...
He doesn't.
Now, we had a sleep, so he might have reset his spells for other stuff.
Yeah, he has Prayer of Healing, which he can't do right now. He'll Healing Word himself? Or no, he'll Healing Word Prissa at 3rd level. So Prissa, you heal for 11.
That feels better.
And then for his action, he has nothing else really to do. The fungus has been eroded. Conaroth.
I will. So it is Sir Yurik, Glade, and you said Alarin got fixed in it, right?
Alarin's fixed. Sir Yurik and Glade need it last.
I will do Sir Yurik and say, Jimmy, fix Glade. And
Alright, so
I
give,
will,
give me another check. And this will be the last of the base you have. You're going to have to restock. 17's good enough. Sir Yurik, you kind of like rub it around him, grab his items. You do notice that loot bag has spilled everywhere and is already being completely dissolved, but at least now he's fixed up.
and the items are in the acid or on the island?
In the
It's up.
acid. He fell into the acid, it immediately eroded, contents fell.
Someone get that water elemental to get the items from the acid.
Already on it.
Alright, and his items were mundane. Water elemental.
Yeah, we'll go to another spot. Well, first it will
6 damage, down to 3.
take damage. Yeah,
Yep.
it will come and drop out the items it had picked up, and
Okay.
Alarm
It's
sends
been
it to.
2 rounds, so that means 2 of the items inside of it are going to get destroyed.
But acid can be diluted in water.
Certain kinds of acid can be diluted in water. The nature of this acid, you need to specifically take care of the problem.
Apples.
The water elemental recognized the poison it took in itself and expelled the acid.
Also, water can be acidic. It's not a like soluble nature.
No. This
And
water
we're not
elemental
going-
is base. it's basic.
It's a basic water, okay? It's not Evian.
Yes.
It's from the Adirondacks.
Anyways, since the contents that it has is Prissa's contents, Prissa, I need a D6 from you, followed by an additional D6. 1 and 3. Your first spell scroll is now destroyed. Your third spell scroll was already destroyed, so we have to jump to the next number.
Well, not the
that is-
first one.
Yeah, I know. So that one is also destroyed. And you do see inside of it that, like, the elemental is sizzling up a little bit, relatively undisturbed by it. However, your items are, like, sizzling and dissolving completely. Jimmy,
Blade, close your eyes. Stop touching your face. Here. I'm gonna take out a component powder and just spray him with it.
Roll an alchemist supply.
21.
Yeah, no problem. You take it and you kind of just douse it over top of him, and as it lays, he goes, "Ooh, it's gonna
Don't-
Ooh. Oh.
Don't touch it. Just
Yep. Okay. Yep.
be still. That's my turn.
It's tickling him. Dorzen, nothing on you is currently at risk right now, so what would you like to do? Muted.
Well, first I'm gonna use my last spell slot and heal Prissa a little bit. So Prissa, you get another 10.
Okay.
And I'm gonna back up a little so everyone has more room, because I can actually stand on the acid without getting acid.
Okay, so you back up. No problem. All done?
Hey, would you say with the cure wounds you probably put Prissa on your saddle or something too, or just?
I mean,
It takes an
Prissa's-
action to really pick up and place
Okay.
you back there,
Yeah.
so it's the action to make sure you don't die.
Yeah.
So all done, Dorzen?
Yeah, that's everything.
All right, Alarin, nothing on you is pressing right now.
Yep. Who is still?
Nobody.
Nobody is still getting fucked up. Okay.
You're elemental.
Well, the elemental is already resistant to
Yes,
acid.
and the items inside of it.
Yep. So it came back to the island with precious items and dropped those on its last turn.
Mhm.
So we'll send it out to get back as much of the stuff that fell out of Dorsen's back that dissolved earlier. Next.
Nothing fell out of my bag. What are you talking about?
You lost
No.
a bag.
You lost the contents in the bag as they all were just money and were destroyed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no, wasn't that Yorick?
Also
Yep.
Uric.
I thought it was a magic item bag that.
Not Dorsen's magic item bag.
Okay.
Sir Uric's loot bag, which was all money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have magic items.
I know I have some of them. Dorsen have some. I think Yurik has some, and Alarn has some.
So,
Yeah.
so how many pounds am I lighter?
We'll
100, I
calculate
think.
that after this.
Well, in that case,
You do still see the contents that was spilled out by the water elemental are still dissolving.
yeah, I don't have anything. I can't cast protect from energy on items, so can I use the water elemental to try and whelm the items to get the acid off, and then leave them behind?
He already whelmed them, and it didn't work.
Okay.
The acid
then,
seems to only get removed if there's something that is made to stop these types of things put on.
Okay. Well, then just drop the item out of it and start looking for an exit.
Alrighty. Roll a perception check.
Yep. Let's see. The elemental has nothing. It has dark vision, but that's it. 18.
Oh no,
For the
the
water-
elemental do that on its turn. Not
Oh, okay.
yeah,
okay,
I was
so-
asking you to roll a perception.
Oh, yeah. No, because it's my turn. Well, then
Yeah.
it's 18, 23 then total.
Okay. You look back behind you at the archway in the cavern that stretches down further. That's the direction you probably have to head. What you got? You don't see an exit, but there is a different location to check.
Okay. Yeah.
I will say you do feel a slight breeze coming from that location.
I feel a slight breeze coming from over there. We should probably head over there as soon as we rescued all our stuff.
Brissa,
This is
You're no longer dissolving. Your contents are all saved other than your scrolls.
But Glade is still dissolving, right?
No, he's currently just letting the powder tingle across his body.
Oh, alright, so he's good, they're good. I still have some stuff scattered about, right?
They're on the island now, but they are still dissolving. They're all in
Oh,
one
wait,
spot.
what?
Your scrolls.
Oh, my items are... Oh, okay, the scroll. I
Yeah.
thought you
Your
meant, like,
mundane
all my other
items, they're
items.
gone. Your mundane items are gone. Within one round, they are destroyed. Magic
Oh,
items last longer.
So literally everything on my sheet that's mundane is gone.
Other than the things that were held and safe underneath your cloak.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything that I can save, I'm gonna save with prestidigitation.
That'll be your last scrolls in that location. So your scrolls are good now.
That was my action. Can't do any bonus action stuff with this. That's yeah,
Alrighty.
that's my turn.
Sir Yurik is also going to be okay and begin his ritual casting. And I think at this point everything is handled while you all are just flying there.
Jimmy, you should make sure everyone else can move safely while we have a moment of rest.
I don't really want to rest in this room.
I mean, while we're at about 10 minutes.
Can we try to get out of here?
Yes, it appears we have to walk that way, but if you could cast your spells so we do not get burned by the acid, that might be good.
Yes. And I'll land on the island and still keep Jimmy like on my back.
So,
Presses-
Dorzen,
If I can do that.
you are down 100 pounds of riches.
Oh. That's a lot.
Prissa, you still have your scrolls, but like they're pretty big and you don't have a bag to put them in anymore.
Well, actually, I was going to try something, but you said all my mundane stuff, so I'm assuming I don't have my poncho anymore.
You don't
That
have
is
your
correct.
poncho, you don't have your lunchbox, you don't have your box machina socks.
No, she's
No.
wearing the socks.
Although they're partially dissolved.
Well, the boots dissolved. See, the way it works is it has to get through the magic first to get to the item. So the magic is the first thing to get destroyed across an item. So
Alright,
your
so
boots are
I'll-
dissolved, but your socks are fine.
Alright, so I'll literally just start deleting everything in my list that's not magic.
Or that was not on your pouches and like on your person.
Okay, quick question, that the primordial tight fire ingot, that's magical, right?
Oh, those are completely unscathed.
Okay.
Ah,
It would take the act of a god to break those.
I guess quick thing is I still had that scroll tube that I was greedy about earlier. Is that magical or just mundane?
The scroll tube is destroyed.
Was
The
there
scroll
a
inside is fine. So that mechanism that you were having difficulty really figuring out has been dissolved.
Users
and
can know what the scroll is.
for Ilaran, was his mundane bag completely destroyed or just hold? It was just
It
one
happened
point
on
of
your
acid
turn.
then.
The bag itself is destroyed, and the item that was removed is removed.
Yeah.
So,
So
all of the other contents are salvageable, but you don't have a bag to keep them in currently.
yeah, okay, so bag is gone.
So what you're telling me is Dorson is going to be a literal pack horse for everyone's miscellaneous stuff right now.
Or you throw away some of those other bags to save the things that matter to the other players.
Yeah, I'll.
I'm sure the bag of holding has a bit of room in there.
Nope. It's
We
full.
filled that up.
Jimmy keeps it full by himself.
I'll leave like pitons and hammers. I can do without them. Water skin I can tie to my belt. Tinderbox I'm guessing is small enough to go in a pocket.
Tinderboxes are about yay, so
I have a tinderbox.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll leave the tinderbox behind. Daggers can fit in the belt. So the only thing I have that needs
some room, or is my primordial fire shell ingot? Or
Do I
you know what?
see those
I-
ingots as you're moving around? Because I haven't seen them before.
Oh yeah, you absolutely see them.
Yeah,
It's this
yeah.
hardened black exterior that has a faint reddish hue emanating and pulsing through it. It's like a constant push of energy from it.
And you also see that Alarn's large double-bladed weapon is made of the same stuff.
Well, it
Oh,
has it infused into it.
Yeah, it has it infused into it.
You
I
won't
hope
have one
probably
that is
try
made.
recasting this. I hope nothing happens this time.
Well, just be careful of up there. There's some more fungus up there, and I don't think it sees us. If it actually sees, but well, just in case.
Well, that was a really shitty 30 seconds.
You didn't experience those funguses on your way here?
No. I just kind of
Yeah.
walked.
Well, for now, let us wait until Jimmy can finish his stuff, and we can try to walk out. I did feel a
So-
breeze heading over that way.
Prissa, go ahead.
And this might help. And I was gonna kind of RP the fact that she's gonna start ritual casting the floating disc.
Ah, yes. Interesting. Well, they only have this ingot for now.
So, it's been 10 minutes. Sir Yurik's spell goes off first for his prayer of healing.
I really don't like this place.
You didn't roll the heal.
I'm working on it.
Sorry.
4th level? That'll be his last 4th level. 2nd level. Perfect. You all heal 6. So,
A quick question: what's this island? Is this island made out of anything, or is it made out of the fleshy stuff?
it's made out of dirt.
During this time, could I see what is the thing made of stone that Jimmy pointed out just from a distance?
Just fly over to it and look.
Stay about 30 feet away.
Do you have dark
you
vision?
want you and you could just ride
I
indoors and we can walk.
believe so. Let me double check.
Goliaths do not have dark vision.
I-
But Blood Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
I don't.
they get a
think
lot,
so.
but not dark vision.
No,
Okay,
that's a
sorry.
certain thing.
You can't really make it out from 30 feet away.
Can Dorzen see it?
Well, you heard Jimmy point it out, but yeah. You can see it if you want to approach it, Dorzen. You have dark vision.
And you're.
I'm gonna leave the bags of loot here while I go investigate this thing.
Fair enough. So, are you taking anybody with you or just yourself?
Who wants to invest? That well, both Prissa and Jimmy are ritual casting.
I'll go with you, and I'll leave my bags of loot there as well.
Alrighty.
Do I notice anybody leaving?
It takes you an hour to cast that thing. We'll be
No, it
back.
takes 10 minutes. You
Oh,
don't
it
really
does?
notice.
I
No,
don't
it takes an hour.
I mean,
Oh no, duration
ritual
hour.
casting? Yeah, no, ritual cast is 10 minutes plus the original cast time.
Okay.
But if you want to notice them leaving, you can, because they're talking very openly.
Guys, can we stay here until we're done with this, please?
Yes, I believe this would be most beneficial for us.
Whoa.
And I'm going to continue casting.
I think he needs us to stay within a certain range for us to be affected.
All right then.
How far away is this stone chest thing he's talking about?
It's within 60 feet.
Oh.
Definitely further than 30. So, you all wait Prissa, your spell goes off. Jimmy, your spell goes off.
Yay!
Look
Now
at
we
that.
can do whatever we want.
A little bit of patience. Glade kind of like, so you're telling me these sticky things in my boots let me walk on water?
It's more of a repulsion thing, but yeah, it won't like make contact and start burning, so they're kind of nice.
How would you like to join a crew with me?
I'm kind of in a crew thing, organization.
What, with these goons? They can come too. It's great.
But,
Yeah, I'm
Just let
sorry
you know-
to say.
Dorzin, if you're excited to travel the seas again, I have a fantastic new map.
To be completely fair, I would prefer the open seas than this place.
As the spirit. And he like pats you on your head, being incredibly gentle about it.
Well, being a pirate is not quite for me, but for now, let us all try to get out of here, yes?
Oh, pirate's kind of a disrespectful term in certain circles. I love it. But just because you're a pirate doesn't mean you're a bad guy.
I mean, yeah, you could be
Dorzin just
stealing
gives
from
him a
assholes.
really look.
Well, yeah. Think about it. How many people did we help, Dorzin? Now, we took what we wanted, but we took it from bad guys. That was the key. Fuck the evil people, right?
Well, at least you have
Also the
some
rich
sense in you.
What'd you say, Dorzin?
I said also the rich assholes.
Well, like I said, evil people. Fuck the rich too, right? He slaps Sir Yurik on the back. Alright, let us go look at your stone. So,
Yes.
as you all begin approaching closer towards the stone,
I'm
it
keeping an
becomes-
eye out for moss.
roll a perception check.
Yeah, same
I-
here.
Yeah, I would as well.
Alright, fine. The two of you roll perception checks, not all three.
I mean, do I have to roll? I got a passive 22.
You have a passive, but if you're looking for something specific, it is an active check. What'd you get?
22.
I'll roll perception as well.
Well, the
Wow, I'm next to Jimmy.
You are. Go ahead.
Lauren?
You're feeling lucky.
Wow, today.
Go ahead. He said reroll.
He did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay. I
did.
didn't see that one. Ah, there it is. Okay. Alarin, you're being conscientious and pointing people like, maybe not walk that close, and maybe not that close either. So, as you come walking closer towards this stone box, as Jimmy was able to describe it, the rest of you recognize what this is. This is a tomb of sorts. A large stone-made sarcophagus that is attached into the flooring of this location that stretches down before encompassed in that same thick soil that can absorb this acid without damage sits there. It is completely unscathed and untouched by any erosion, as well as the seal seems completely melded over time with bits of fungus as well as cracks of age, not harm.
Who the
I'm saying this when you're about 20 feet away.
who the frick would want to be buried here?
Well, I assume we can surmise it is no one good.
Or to keep approaching it.
You said there were symbols on this thing, right?
There are, if you want to approach closer towards it.
Kind of curious if the
I mean, does anyone have like a spyglass to take a look from a distance?
maybe it seems to be at least resistant. to the
Blade
sound.
pulls out a spyglass.
I was about to
He's a
say
pirate.
the other
Yeah.
pirate should.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can use that to take a look at the symbols from a little bit away.
Uh-huh. Well, that one's swirly.
Eh,
That one's
Perhaps-
spooky.
Give it to the ones that know what they're talking about.
yes.
Hands it over to Alarn. Here you go.
Elarn hands it over to Pressa.
And
She's the
Prissa-
history buff.
Yeah, and Prissa will see. We'll take a look.
Roll a perception check. Or roll a religion check. You can see it. You know where you're looking, so.
Yeah. That I think that would do it.
Percy,
Yeah.
you are so determined to be useful in this situation in particular that you begin focusing, and you take about a minute total to really evaluate this area, and walking sideways. Every now and again, Alarn has to pick you up and move you away from the fungus you were walking towards.
Yep.
Luckily, Alarn is there to do so. You start notice markings. These markings seem to tell a story of a individual who presumably this sarcophagus is related to.
It's a story about whoever's in there or who's buried here.
Now, as you begin looking at it, it appears as markings of a large silver cross with two bowing crescents that are blue embedded in the middle. The story itself seems to be depicting an individual who is leading people through a time of strife, who will gather individuals of all walks of life and all mannerisms and bring them to their destination, where they are meant to go, as well as sometimes evade the gaze of other large looming threats that would press against these individuals. This appears to be some type of religiously significant individual related to the Archheart, who's one of the prime deities of this realm.
And the large looming individuals, could I make a good assumption that those are the primordial titans?
You can make that assumption if you would like.
But would it be a correct one?
Oh, I'm not telling you that.
Yeah, well, yeah, as you were explaining that, Prissa is basically just relaying everything that she's noticing about it. And it's related to the Archheart.
That is one of the good ones, yes, I believe. I wonder why that would be down here.
Those of you proficient in religion would know that she loathes the Raven Queen above any other deity, excluding, the betrayer gods, obviously. She is most commonly seen as the guardian of the elves and the Fae, as well as the one who values beauty and art above most forms.
So basically, she and the Raven Queen are like frenemies. Like they're on the same side,
No.
but they hate each other. Oh no?
No. In the prime deities, only specific deities even tolerate the Raven Queen, most of which ignore her existence altogether. Archheart is the only one that loathes her.
I hate. Should we mess with this tomb? I don't know if it'd be a good idea, but
I'm
Well,
not proficient in religion. Would I still know that?
No.
Because I'm Fae.
I mean, you would know that the Archheart has a connection to the Fae, but mostly the Fae that went awry.
Can I attempt to collect some of the acid into a vial, or does it just dissolve it the second it contacts?
Unless it's magic,
give me a
yes.
give me a sleight of hand check.
Sure.
18. You managed to get some into the vial. However, the vial is starting to corrode, not at an incredibly fast rate. Vials are made to be able to sustain things like this, especially the ones that you have. You imagine you probably have a week at best before this vial is destroyed by the acid.
Okay.
Can you double vial it up
I'll actually put it in my pocket, seeing what this stuff is capable of. I'm not going to put it back into the kit.
Considering that is a good deity, and there might be a chance that whoever is in that has been imprisoned here. Perhaps we should let them out?
Well, I have a way we could possibly do that, but I don't know if... I just wanted to know if you thought it would be a good idea or not.
Well, if someone has been imprisoned, it's good to let them out. I say we do.
You hear goom, 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 goom.
From the tomb?
Yes.
Oh, hi there, Mr. Tepish.
That was disorienting. Hello. Can I use? Okay, actually, no, I don't think message is a response thing.
Message is a response thing.
You can point and hopefully hit them.
Definitely a voice coming from over there. Can you hear us?
I cast message to try to communicate with whoever this is. Hello there. You're in there. Are you okay?
Oh, jeez. Yes. Hi. Can you let me out of here? I kind of got stuck a while back.
Who are you?
Oh, my name's Tilly. Who are you?
Oh, my name's Prissa.
Hi, Prissa.
Nice to meet you, Tilly.
Hi, can you let me out? My honey badger's getting really hungry right now.
There's a honey badger in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so she turns to her party at this point. So, there's someone named Tilly in there who's she turns back to the thing with message. I'm sorry, are you who, what race are you? I'm explaining who you are to my friends. A gnome? Oh, I'm a gnome too.
Oh, sweet! The ominous voice appears to be a gnome who whispers into my mind directly.
No, that's just magic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, she turns back to the party. So there's a gnome in there named Tilly who's
Ask her why she was in there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Can you breathe in there?
Hey, Tilly. My friend was wondering why you were in there, and my other one was asking if you can breathe in there.
I can breathe for now. I kind of came exploring down here. Really weird place, actually. People told me there was a lot of treasure and stuff, but I didn't get any of that. And I found this, and it was pretty cool. But my Roxy, shut up. Roxy climbed in here without me, and then I kind of climbed in as well. And for some reason, it's sealed over top.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Quick question to you, Joe. Can I do an insight check on this?
Yeah,
Tilly?
sure.
This is so suspicious.
7.
You're so far down.
She acts so much like you.
I think we should help Tilly out. I have a way I think we may be able to open this up. But she's stuck in there with her honey badger, and we'll
get it open. That's not a problem.
Well,
I think we can lift it. Sir Yurik,
no, I have Jimmy. I have a way we might be able to circumvent that.
Dorzen grabs both of our two hyperactive people. You know who you are.
Yeah, Warren.
As you say with Dorzen's hand on your head.
No, that was funny because I was immediately thinking of Lauren as well.
So Conroth, what have you been trying to ask?
Could I do two things? One, see if I smell honey badger.
Roll a perception check.
Do you have advantage because of wolf nose?
Oh yeah. When it comes to smell, yes.
15. You do, in fact, smell honey badger.
There's a honey badger.
You know, they are one of the most fierce creatures in all of the realm. They
And
are.
second,
Only second
I
to
just-
Tarask.
double check and see if my Grim Psychometry picks anything up around that object. If I were to approach and touch it.
Go ahead. Roll a religion. Or history. It's history. Sorry, history.
Is it evil?
Yes.
$24.
So, this object, you see during its construction, was where an elf was being forced inside of, one that was being drugged through by large looming creatures of difficult discernation. They have bits of bark attached to their faces and tree-like areas stretching out from them, and some of them have more of a muscular, larger than natural build, as they are forcibly placing her in there, and one of them casts a spell that seems to seal them in as some type of punishment. And over thousands of years, that area is completely untouched and unscathed until eventually an individual comes down here, a blonde hair, sassy looking woman with a clothing that looks a bit too short to really be traveling in this location, ends up trying to pry it open. And when she does pry it open, she looks inside at the elven individual who is still alive and cursed to be alive inside of it. However, once that person is relinquished, you do see that they sit there with the symbol of the Arkheart blazed into their skin itself, almost as if it was burned against the holy symbol that sat against them. And they sit and talk for a period of time before the two of them left, leaving the sarcophagus open, and that's what you get.
I will relay that to the group. That one, I did pick up. It was touched by evil.
The sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus, and that it was left open. So there is a possibility that it actually is a gnome with a honey badger in there, since I did smell honey badger.
Tilly, do you know how long you've been in there?
Well, I stopped counting the seconds like a while ago.
Also, do you happen to see an elf?
What?
Was there an elf when you opened this sarcophagus?
No, just me and Roxy.
Thorzen, I don't think I could lift it even if I tried. Can you put me down?
Well, what is the verdict? Do we wish to try and open it?
Glade, I think she might be suffocating. You should probably open it.
Jimmy,
He starts walking forward.
I can easily open it.
I can think of a way to open it, but
Glade grabs it on either side and pushes it open.
That will do the trick, yes.
You watch as a gnomish individual pops their head out with tightly curled sides, almost like a row of braids on her hair, tied back perfectly, with a notebook, a pen, and a badger sitting on her shoulder, just looking around frantically and like intimidating and threatening at all of you. As she continues writing, the hulking orc man continued to stare at me despite the fact of just saving me, probably in anticipation of thank you.
No problem. That's Glade. I'm Prissa.
Hi, Prissa.
Introduce myself.
She waves. She's a rock gnome.
This is Dorzen.
Hi, Dorzen.
Canaroth.
Hi, Canaroth.
And Jimmy.
There's a giant puppy here, and she immediately jumps out, and like you see, she's about to splash, but she just walks on the water instead, and walks over to you, Canaroth, and goes, "Wow, this is amazing. You're a lycanthrope, right? Well-trained one as well. Probably developed in your adolescence years and been practicing within a monastery for a long period of time." And she keeps like copying notes while examining you, Canaroth. Oh, that is. Do you mind if I see your canines?
I give her a toothy grin.
She like starts climbing up your arm and like lifts your jaw open to stare at them. Oh wow.
I'm gonna go climb into the tome and try to figure out how the freak she even got trapped in here in the first place.
The moment Jimmy climbs inside, it seals him in.
God
Chris
damn
is
it.
going to.
I solved it.
Chris is going. Chris is going
Yes.
to climb onto Canaroth alongside Till. He's like, I don't know if Canaroth is this all right? Is she's not hurting you, is she?
No. And no.
Oh.
And I will go over and just one-handedly just open the tomb up again.
Give me an athletics check. That's not going to be one hand.
Well, that's a low
21 is just barely enough. You grab
That
it
was a low
and
roll.
pushing it off with both your hands. As Tilly's like trying to hold on and goes, accelerated strength nodes, probably associated with magic of some kind. Excuse me, sir, are you still associated with your human aspect, or have you formed into the much greater doggo version of yourself?
He's actually not a human. He's a Goliath, but
The humanoid
we could-
aspect. Sorry, I apologize. Wait,
well,
a
I mean-
Goliath can be a lycan? She frantically writes it down. That is amazing.
That's what I thought
It's like
too.
Krista, but on coffee.
Thanks,
Do
Canaroth.
you have coffee? I ran out.
I think I had some earlier, but it melted.
Coffee
Yes.
melts. Okay.
Well,
it is
as it
all
melts
good.
more things. But yes, I believe you should stay away from coffee for the foreseeable future.
Why would I ever do that?
You seem active enough already.
Yes,
I-
I am very
I don't-
aware of my surroundings.
Yes, we can. Yeah, that's stay active and lets you write down all the necessary notes. I don't see what the issue is.
You see, I don't understand these people. But hi, everybody. And she looks down into the sarcophagus at Jimmy and goes, you look familiar.
Don't recognize you.
Where are you from?
Vasselheim.
Ooh, I traveled there for a period of time. Wait, are you... Her eyes go wide and she like reaches behind her into a sack and pulls out like 16 notebooks and start filtering through them. And then pulls out one in particular and puts the rest back and goes, Jimmy, it's really good to meet you. She stretches down.
I shake her hand and
She's like dangling off the
climbing
side
out.
of the jaw of Canaroth, like just holding on. No problem. Like teeth doesn't bother her. Nice. Wow.
All of that. Sorry.
Have they allowed you back into the city yet?
not. No.
That's
Not
understandable.
yet.
They won't let me back either.
Wait, they
Wait,
kicked you
what?
out of Vasselheim, Jimmy?
Yeah. Oh.
Well, yeah.
Oh, they didn't know that. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It
Wait,
just
why?
never really got brought up. I think we should seal this tome thing though, because it seems kind of dangerous, especially if we can't like. I couldn't get out of it. You couldn't
On
get
it,
out of it.
I lift up this slab and just push it back in place.
You try, but it does not move.
Ooh.
Maybe we should just leave it as is. Well, no, then someone else
No,
might
that's
crawl
that's
in.
too dangerous. People.
Oh, that
could-
would be very
Oh.
rude. Very rude.
I'm gonna put my scimitar in there, see if that triggers it.
Which scimitar? I just have to
Think-
ask.
Apparently nothing, so it doesn't matter
Yeah,
which one.
it just sits in there.
I pick it back up.
So, what are you all doing in here? Did you hear about the treasure as well? I wanted to document it.
Yeah, that's a trap.
There's a treasure, like a specific one, or like I heard there was a lot of treasure, but we've already come across a ton of it.
Oh, you guys came across it? Where was it?
Well,
There's
some
like
of it's
5 different rooms just full of treasure.
There's
And a lot of
rooms? She
Dead
looks around.
bodies.
Where coming?
Which entrance did you come in through?
The only entrance, she points back behind her. In
That
the
where we
direction
came
that
from?
Alarin feels the breeze. Yeah, that way. I have to
well,
admit, I didn't get very far. I was kind of disappointed. I thought maybe there was a false door at the bottom of it, and, well, little arms. So I went, pushed in, and, well,
I
now
know,
you're
right?
here. Ah, little arms suck.
Well, I mean,
No,
that's why
they're-
we do with other things. Like I know how to fly with spells, although it's harder now because I'm running out of spells to cast.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're not gonna go further back in there, are you?
What were
'Cause-
you gonna say, puppy friend? And she's, like, dangling from your teeth.
Yeah, they're the way to get up there is filled with a lot of death, acid, that once you go through the acid, you hit water, which exasperates the acid, climbing, and then eventually treasure. But a lot of people end up getting in there and trying to kill each other for it.
I'm gonna try something real quick. She crawls onto your back, and kind of like straddles behind your neck, and begins rubbing right underneath your ears in this incredible spot that makes you just start kicking your foot. She rolled a very high animal handling. This is great.
Wait,
Wow.
so is it like one spot of it underneath his ears?
It's both the ears that she knows the spot.
Oh, can Prissa like look to see where that spot is?
I mean, you can kind of discern it by looking, but like you need to know the right touch, the right way to go about it. It's very difficult to find this, especially on a person who's not actually a dog. Wow, that's amazing. Just like Mr. Fribbles. Perfect.
Oh, I can meet Mr. Fribbles. Yeah, but it's the this whole place is actually.
She finally notices Alarin.
Oh, she's a cat person.
There's
Oh, I'm
something
an
the
animal
matter.
lover. I love all animals.
Have you seen Dorzen?
Oh no, I see him. He's a centaur. He's more people than he is horse. Unfortunately.
That's rude to that's rude to compare him to a horse. I mean,
Well, that is the direct comparison. I mean, that is how they were created.
So Centaur is above Catman and Wolfman in the hierarchy of people, apparently,
Yes.
according to the
You are more people than Tabaxi.
Well,
She,
for
like,
now.
she climbs down Conoroth and walks up to you, Delar, and goes, "May I squeeze the beans?"
What?
Not again. Yeah. He'll hold out his hand.
And she just starts rubbing them. Oh, this is great.
Can we keep her?
Well, you can thank Wyatt for donating to have this NPC appear to you all.
Thank you, Wyatt.
Thank you,
Prissa, you start
Wyatt.
trying to go at the area, and Conoroth like instinctually grabs and rips you down as a threat. You don't have the right touch.
sorry.
For now, could we maybe get out of here? I do not mind if you squeeze the beans, as you said.
She
But,
does, and like your claws come out.
This is somewhat of a drab environment. Perhaps get outside
Oh,
again?
is it? She looks around. Oh. Yeah, it is a little bit. Damp and dreary environment. The floor still hurts when you touch it.
Yes, that would be the acid.
If possible, how about we get out of here first, and then I can go with you on
But
your notes
treasure.
about everything that was here. We do have some treasure that we can share, but well, it's,
no,
it's
I don't
very
want
dangerous
treasure.
to go
I want to
farther.
document the treasure.
Oh, and we have some of it that we can show you, and you can document it.
Oh,
It's just
fantastic!
going-
Yes.
going farther in is
Oh, that is great.
very dangerous.
Yes, we were to try to seal the only entrance that we knew of, but now it appears we need to seal the exit as well.
Of course, no problem. She climbs back onto Conoroth and just like straddles either side of you, and you feel the honey badger like crawls onto the top of your head as a sentry just watching in either direction. Now, as a note, honey badgers are fairly small, but they are ravenous, very quick, very alert creatures to anything in their surrounding. And as she is sitting out there, she goes, "You don't mind if I sit up here, right?"
No, I do not mind.
Fantastic. She begins writing. They do not view the centaur as the proper state that they are. They believe that it is closer to a horse than a person. They are wrong. It is considered an insect in... Yeah?
Oh no! I just an addendum to that was
Did she just refer to me as an insect?
You are! You have 6 limbs!
2 torsos, 1 head, 3 body parts, 6 limbs. Insect.
and I said, did you include me with that one? Because I'm the one. I don't think of him as a animal.
You think of him as a person
yeah.
with animalistic traits.
I mean,
Yes.
she's not that far off.
Thank you.
It's actually a pretty astute scientific observation.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
but
okay. I don't mind insects. They're just nowhere near as cute.
Well, yeah, some insects can be. pretty scary or not as cute.
Dorzen, this is the first time in your life somebody didn't call you cute.
Although I think ladybugs are cute.
I think it's the first time Dorson's ever been referred to as an insect.
No, you're from the Feywild.
Quick question: is this like the conversation we're having as we're walking out of here, or are we like
Please.
just?
I mean,
Toads.
if they're walking, sure. She's just sitting now.
I mean, yeah, I'm
Dorson's
purposely not going as
he's
fast, but I
referred
still
to as
just
an insect by
look
this
faster.
tiny little creature just started walking.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with having the body type of an insect. I mean, they are very useful towards the environment. They save a lot of different things in our world, as well as eating some of the very dangerous bacteria and funguses that would generally hurt us. So it's a very honorific title of insect.
And they also serve as a food source for some of the other predators of the environment that help with the ecosystem.
That's
Dorzen,
right.
I know you're not an insect. I think she's just a little crazy from being stuck in there.
I'm not crazy. They believe that I may, in fact, be crazy.
No,
not
that seems kind
crazy.
of rude, Jimmy.
No, she's
don't-
just-
I totally whispered that, so all you guys, good job, but I'm talking to Dorzen.
Oh, okay.
She hears a lot.
Yeah,
We do not believe you are crazy, just slightly overenthusiastic. Yes.
They like dancing around the word crazy as if I would be offended by it. These people are very weird. Period.
Trust me when I say I've seen real crazy. She's not crazy.
Thank you.
I've lived with real crazy.
how long
Thank
were
you.
you locked in there?
Oh, I lost track after 6,827 seconds.
Dorzen intelligence math check.
Yeah.
She's been down there for longer than a week.
Do you need
Mathematically,
anything
that's
to
only
eat?
like a day, maybe, but by the smell on her, a week.
Pressa digitates to help her clean up.
Ooh, Febreze. Nice. Keeps right. Ah. Are you all hungry? I'm really hungry.
I just hand her a ration absentmindedly.
Oh, I can't eat that.
Oh,
I'm a vegan. It's okay. She puts her hands together and 10 berries appear, and she just eats one.
May I have one?
Yes, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Does anybody else want any of these berries? They're really good.
What kind of berries are they?
Do I
They're
recognize
good ones.
Oh, I believe I have
As long as-
seen these before. I
Doors
would
and-
not mind one.
Here you go.
As long as they're not blueberries.
They're black.
Yeah,
It's my favorite color.
as we're going the route of blueberries in large quantity can be toxic to dogs.
Ah, very true. But Dorzen, have you ever been around somebody who has been able to cast good berries? Wait, you're
I
from the
don't know, it's
Feywild.
like-
Yes. Good berries grow on trees in certain locations. Anybody
Yeah.
else want some? Sir Yurik walks over and goes, I'm a little famished. It doesn't taste like anything. No, but it'll fill you up and keep you hydrated, and that's what's most important. Stay hydrated, kids. Oh, by the way, we want to go this way, but you want to avoid a few things. I'll show you on the way. And as you start walking, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and take a break. Hello, we are back. So, as you've all been walking for a period of time, Tilly is taking her good old time, writing in her notebook every single agonizing detail of what you all are doing. It seems to be relative to the amount of thinking you do, Prissa and Jimmy, but she's doing it all out loud while writing it, which is incredibly annoying.
Oh, quick question too. Would if Prissa asked her to borrow some, maybe another journal because hers all got burnt up in the acid, would she allow that?
Well, why don't you ask her?
Hey, Tilly, may I borrow an empty notebook and some ink and pen? Cause
Oh, I don't have any ink and pens. I have this magical pen. It never runs out of ink.
I want one of those.
They're
I want one of those so much.
amazing.
They
This thing
sound
cost me like
amazing.
1,000 gold.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Guys, I need one of those.
You need to get yourself one. But yeah, you want a notebook?
Yes, please.
Okay, I have pink, I have purple, I have blue, I have black, 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 I have white. What type of notebook do you require?
You had me at pink.
Okay, she reaches in and hands you over a pink spined and fake leather binding notebook. It's noticeably not real leather.
Thank you. Oh, and you wanted to know about that place, right? I can give you the details, and Priscilla
Yes,
would
I
then
need
just-
all of the details ever.
I will. I'm
But
gonna
wait,
give
wait,
you
wait,
all
wait,
of
wait
them.
until I can set up all of my books.
Okay. Yeah, that
Thank
sounds
you.
good.
Yeah.
And I can set up my my dome, and then we'll have protection to actually go relay all that.
So who are you people? Like, this is such a weird group of people. I love it.
We are
We're
part of
just
Vox Machina. Somewhat.
yeah. Alarin is our leader, and we're doing some work for them.
You pick the Tabaxi to be your leader. Very astute observation in the leadership and indomitable will that cats possess.
Alarm just smirks.
I appreciate that, but wait, you belong to Vox Machina? Ugh,
I do not.
that's reasonable.
Why? You do not like them?
No,
Why not?
they're so harmful to the environment. They
She
mass
has a
produce
point.
goods for the sales of like entertainment purposes, and
Oh,
like
that's-
they're destroying trees. They're destroying different homes for kobolds and other like creatures that lurk in the Underdark just for the ores to make their tin boxes. What, for people to house their meat in? It's disgusting.
I don't think that's Vox Machina. At least not all of them. I think that might just be Scanlan. But no.
Well, he
what about-
represents them all.
Well,
Hmm.
that's
He is also a gnome.
Well, no, but Miss Keyleth, she's very forward with the environment, and she's.
Oh, you mean the
leader of
woman who had an animal executed to wear it as a headpiece?
I had heard that was her mother's, but I may be wrong. Or
She still ordains it as if it is a status symbol. It's
Sure,
disrespectful.
Well,
Jarrell, your
I-
bias is showing.
From what I know about Killet, I do not think the animal in question was killed, but died of natural causes.
But you still shouldn't do that and wear it as a headpiece. See, that's how you get poachers. Do you know that poachers eradicate about 1/3 of all of the animal species left inside of Exandria?
Yes.
1/3. Those poor animals are now extinct because of poachers. And poachers only do that because they think they look cool because other people wear them as headpieces. It's like those people who need ivory tusks to cast their spell. It's disgusting.
I pity the poor man who comes to this forest as a poacher.
Yes.
Oh, that's why I love it here. This is actually where I'm setting up my animal sanctuary.
what sort of animals are you setting?
All. We will save all of the animals. From the impending doom, of course.
What impending doom?
Oh, the one we're always under. Eventually they will fail, and my sanctuary will be in place to make sure that me and all of the animals will live no matter what.
Well, I'd love to talk to you more about that later, but well,
You love animals too?
well, I do.
She looks
actually.
at your furred hoodie and robes.
It's not. It's fake fur. Just I'm saying that out of.
That's
character.
why she's looking at it. Yeah, animals are great. They're so much better than people. Ugh.
Oh, she's one of those.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, Alarin and Canaroth are kind of cool, but I don't know.
Oh, they're great. By far my favorite amongst all of you. Don't worry, Mr. Insect Man, you're third.
well, I mean, he's a centaur. That's technically with all the categories, yes, he would classify as an insect, but I think it's kind of rude to refer to him as such.
How is it a rude? It's a compliment. It's so much better than being people.
Well, I definitely think it's good that somebody is looking out for the animals.
Thank you, Jimmy. You know, I wouldn't expect that to come from you.
I mean, it's just one less thing I'll have to worry about, so.
I'll take care of the animals. You'll take care of the people.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Everyone else in the party roll insight.
We're all gonna die.
So I was about to joke that Dorzen's just slowly tuning up.
Natural 20 for 25.
Lauren, she's insinuating that Jimmy might be capable of killing people. Dorzen, she's insinuating that Jimmy might be capable of killing and massively eradicating people. Both of you can inquire that very easily. Connoros, she's kind of suspiciously zealot about animals over people. But she keeps giving you ear scritches.
I'm surprised she hasn't said anything about the constant dripping of blood from the wraps around my claws.
Are you
Did I
kidding me?
ask
She sees a
about-
puppy. She doesn't care about anything else.
Should I ask him what Prissa sees in this situation?
Like that nat one.
Wow, she really does care about animals a lot, but it's not like she hates people. Like, she wants Jimmy to take care of people. She must really know something about him. He must be a hero or something.
I just realized something. She's the personification of PETA.
Yes. She
People eating
is.
tasty animals? Yes.
She's PETA mixed with poison ivy.
Out of character, I really hate that. In character, she doesn't know that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept.
Well, this is fantastic. Oh, by the way, stop here. Wait. You watch a rush of water pushes some of the acid out in front of where you were about to step. I fell for that when I came through here last. See, I documented it in this book. She holds out a red book.
Oh, can I go through it, or do you need it? Or...
No,
Sorry. Oh.
my book.
May I have a look at it?
No, mine.
I do not want to take it. I just want to read
It's
through it.
No,
No.
these are my
Lauren,
private
she's-
thoughts. I don't share these
Yeah.
with anybody's.
Yeah, it could be a journal or diary. And if someone says
Tabaxi
no,
seems very zealot about stealing my book. I must watch them carefully throughout the
You
night.
do realize you're talking out loud whenever
No, I'm
you
not.
write that. Yes, you are. You just said that the Paxi wanted to steal your book.
Which
You're
I
reading
do
my
not,
thoughts.
by the way.
You're
No.
speaking out loud.
no, I they can't read your thoughts. Only I can. But that's when I do this thing. But I'm
Don't
not.
read my thoughts. Don't know. Stay out of. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a hat and just pulls it over her head.
Is it a tinfoil hat?
You do hear metallic scraping on the inside.
I didn't mean to frighten you. I'm not doing any of that right now.
Let's just get out of this stupid whatever this place actually is.
She takes
and
it off,
can
puts it
get
back on. Oh, it was backwards.
Look, Tilly,
Yeah.
secrets don't really make friends, even though I have one that I have to keep. I don't
Oh, what's
like
your
it.
secret?
I can't say because it's a secret. But
So we
even
can't be
one
friends?
secret is like way too many. It's too much. Like I feel like my head's going to explode every single day.
Well, these are my private thoughts. These are my goals and ambitions and all of my friends and everything that I've ever done throughout my entire life. I can't share that with people that I just met. That's
That's
all.
Of
okay.
course. I
That's
just
okay.
wanted to read about the things you experienced
Whoa.
in
Oh, I'll
this
tell
cave.
you if it's going to hurt you.
Well,
very well.
didn't you say you consider Alarn and myself not people?
Yeah, you're not, but like still you're closer to people, which means like you're better, but like you're not really animals.
But aren't you a person?
I know, I hate it. I'm working on that.
Well,
Wait, what?
maybe I think one day you'll get there.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably keep going.
Grinsky just died.
I feel like I'm going to inadvertently offend people by my reaction, so I'm really trying not to react.
That's fair.
Well, yeah, let us get out of here then and try to seal this place up.
So, You walk past the area where the waters pulse through, and up ahead you start feeling and smelling fresh air emanating out from the forest with a slightly dew-riddled scent as well, telling you that it recently rained in this location. And as you walk out, you do notice that you walk up onto solid surface land before you are hit with daylight for the first time in days. And it is burning bright, and all of you have to take a few minutes to adjust your eyesight on it.
We've been in there for days?
It is
Yes, we have.
It's been like 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Wow.
God.
Yeah. It does feel nice on the fur.
ground for a bit. I just wanna get some dirt.
As you start rolling, excuse me, Mr. Puppy Man, please stop him from going over towards that poison ivy plant.
I'll stop him and just pick him up.
Roll him in the other direction.
Or roll him in the other direction.
I'm not done yet, Kenroth. Put me down.
By the way, Tilly, you seem to be an expert of the forest. Do you know there's this big plant that ate us before? Do you know what it's called? It's like it's big, and Persa describes it.
Oh, the Covian Semplar. That's its formal name. It's called the Man-Eater. It's really great, isn't it? It's so big. Oh.
I mean, it was fascinating, but it was also pretty dangerous. But,
Oh yeah, well that's why you don't step on its territory. You have to be careful.
And it released those spores. I didn't know that it could do that.
Plants often release spores as a way of pollinating the other area in order to spread its seed further and hopefully take over more territory with its own type of
I knew
food.
that. I knew that about the spores, but these ones were ones that harmed things and caused them to go in. It was a very clever mechanism to gain food.
Well, yeah, it's a man-eater. That's what it had to adapt to mankind moving into its territory. So it developed a way to keep itself safe and to entice people to move closer to eat them. Yeah, well, that's one is at least gone now. What? I killed it. It tried hurting my friends and family. Well, my friends.
Yeah.
They're on the endangered species list.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. We didn't
She
know.
looks furious right now.
There's a list?
Lining up the hammer for a quick
Can
golf tee.
wait, do you have the list on you? Because can we go through the list so we know?
Absolutely. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a flyer that she lets roll down about 4 or 5 feet.
So
Here's a
basically
list
just
of
the
every
length
single animal, every single plant that is currently within the endangered realm, which means its population size is less than 1% of the inhabiting territory that is supposed to be found in. Also,
Lauren,
up at the top here.
Lauren, can I borrow you?
What?
While
what did you
she's
say,
going
Jimmy?
through that, I wanna pull Lauren aside. So we made it out. What do you think about closing off this? I'm looking back at the tunnel.
Well, that one is not so bad. It is the main entrance I am more worried about.
Well, we need to close them both, right?
Yes, that would be for the better. But the main entrance is main priority.
Okay. How big is the tunnel we came out of, Jero?
About 40 feet wide, 25 feet tall.
What's it comprised of?
The side of a very large hill.
Oh, in that case, Prissa, hearing that she's gonna take a break from reading the list.
Oh, you don't hear
and
that.
she's-
Jimmy pulled
Okay, never
Lauren
mind.
to the side while Tilly was distracted, and you are distracted
right.
reading the list.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm just going through my stuff for a while, waiting for her to finish out because we kind of need to get everybody on board.
Okay, take a short rest while she's going over this list.
Oh God.
Then my form would definitely drop about midway through that short rest.
Oh, you haven't found a way to sustain it permanently yet?
Not quite yet.
You'll get there.
More
I believe in
advanced
you.
users can.
Yeah, I know. I've studied your kind, actually.
Tell me.
Don't worry. It was no harmful experimentations or anything. I don't believe in that. All I did was just, test the biological implications of being able to combine yourself with an animalistic quality in order to enhance your prowess and state of being permanently.
So I guess you didn't find that one order. Okay. Tell me, what do you know of this moss? And I pull out one of the vials of exploding moss.
This is Vernton piledos, also known as booming moss. It's actually quite rare. If you see here on the list, it right here on the list, but it's only on here because people don't know where it actually is in the world anymore because it's hidden away quite easily. The population of it is actually spreading rampantly in very secluded areas where it is incredibly moist, no daylight can touch it, stuff like that. Ooh, put it back in your pocket. Put it back. No. Don't bring it out in daylight. It'll dry out very quickly,
Yes,
and then it dies.
I did determine that you could probably grow it in areas where it's dark, damp, and full of fiber.
Do you want me to show you how to grow it?
I think I have an idea, but sure.
Yes. I have a small cave. Pretty close by if you guys want to come by. You guys look like shit. No offense.
Well,
That's what we're called, or at least that's our rank in Lux Machina.
Before we go, we do need to kind of take care of a little problem we have.
yes,
Problem?
we need to
What
try
problem?
and seal up this cave and the other entrance as well. It is killing, both people and animals.
No,
who get
animals
inside.
don't go inside of it. They're smart. Their instinct tells them that they should never step foot into this place.
Well, a lot of people have died, so we're trying to put a stop to that.
Really? Huh. Okay.
Because if we stop people from coming here, they'll stop trying to kill the wildlife on their way here.
Yes.
I need a persuasion from Conora.
Guidance.
Assist-
I give you
assist-
guidance.
Assistance from Alarin, since he
It's-
was.
Well, assistance from Jimmy, but Alarm was just speaking up. But Dorzen, it's a little late for guidance. Sorry. You need to
Priscilla was
preemptively
gonna-
do that.
Advantage that.
Offhanded.
I'm
Priscilla was going to
proficient in
offhandedly
persuasion.
mention that yeah, that's correct. The lure of treasure does bring more people, and in turn, that would cause them to possibly hurt more animals. Ooh, this one, I didn't know that was endangered either.
So that would be advantage then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my
19.
God.
Good point. I don't want to hurt the forest, but this might save the forest in the long run. Oh, it's like burning a section of the forest so it doesn't burn down anymore during a fire. I hate it. It's so bad, but you have to do it.
Yeah. Or
Okay,
like hang
okay,
up to dig a trench
okay.
to stop the fire from spreading.
Okay. She brings her hands together. Oh, I'm so sorry. Raises her hands up towards it, and you watch as the hill itself starts like collapsing in on itself slowly. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Until eventually the hole is filled, more or less.
Well,
Sorry.
if you do think of it like this, now that the hole's filled, more grass can grow on top of it.
Yes, then if it makes you feel better, I will enhance all the plants in quite a wide area after we are done.
Oh, I've been doing that in this jungle for years.
Well, that is good.
But if you want to do it too, feel free. Wait, she looks at your holy symbol. Oh, the Wild Mother. I love her.
Well, not quite.
What?
No, this is the Changebringer.
Angebringer.
Tilly, you want to happen to know from here? Oh, there's actually another entrance to this place.
Uh-huh.
Have
Oh,
you...
I don't go near that though. The whispers make you go crazy.
Yeah,
Yes.
we actually stopped the whispers, so it is safe to go there. We're wondering maybe if you could just take us there so we can do this there.
How about we do that tomorrow? It's gonna take us a while to get there.
Fair enough.
And also,
That's fair.
I need to go check on my sanctuary to make sure it's okay.
Yeah,
And on
that sounds good.
on the way there, I can actually tell you that how this actually came to be, and I could, as we walk, tell the whole story of the vision and everything you saw of what actually transpired to get it there.
And the entire time she's like, you see, it's always their fault. People ruin everything.
Well, I mean, do we consider primordials people though?
No, primordials are natural forces of the earth itself. Of Exandria itself. But all it did was tempt. It's people who fell into temptation. I mean, a very wise and intelligent person would never be sullied by those temptations.
Well, me and Sir Yoriker was fine.
I completely agree.
Me and Yorick managed to keep our wits about us. The rest were not so fortunate.
See? Indomitable will. So, you start walking through the forest for a period of time.
Refuse to agree with anyone who thinks Yorick is a good person.
Oh no, they were referring to Alarin.
Again, can we keep her?
So you walk for a period of time until you make it to a large tree that has a natural opening inside of it. This tree appears to be about 20 feet wide and stretches up high above the canopy itself. And as you walk inside of it, you do see that there is a multitude of different birds in here just flying around freely, enjoying themselves. Some of which are indigenous to this type of climate and tropical. Other ones seem to be foreign in nature, but just brought here. Okay. Alrighty. So, let me go check their food. Although they can feed themselves, I'd like to make sure they have plenty more as well. Make yourselves at home. You look around and there is a bedroll, a pillow, and the birds. There's nothing else in this large tree.
You having us as guests here, would you like me to help with anything?
Oh no, I got it. I can handle them. It's fine. Just make yourselves at home. If you would like, you can start a fire in the middle, but use wood that's already dead, please. You don't want to hurt the trees any more than you have to.
I'll just set up a tiny magical hut as a bubble.
Why would you do that? We have the tree.
I guess I guess that's a good point. I'm so used to just setting it up though.
Well, if it makes you feel better, go ahead. Just make sure it's not in the way of anything.
Oh, okay.
By the smell alone of when we found you, I think you've been in there for a week.
Yeah.
She got Febrezed.
Yeah. So you might do want to actually go check on the animals.
Yes, I'm doing that. And she starts walking out. Like, she's going deeper into the tree and checking different areas of it. Like, walking over roots and such.
I'll find some of the deadest wood I can find to start building a fire, but not lighting it quite yet.
You're a adept survivalist. You can manage this, no problem. While you're all sitting there. Well, I have to say, I don't agree with her completely, but I like her.
She is very interesting.
Yes.
She's got some very strong opinions.
Quite.
Intentions are very good.
Yeah, but she treats people like she's a fae.
But I don't think she's around people a lot, Dorzen. It's...
No, but...
have you been around a lot of people? Let's be honest. She does have a point. A lot of people are assholes.
Very true. But not all of them. And... it is...
A good portion of them.
Yes.
Also, Dorzen, I don't think you're an insect. If that was weighing on your mind.
You, Prisa.
So, now that we have a place to have a safe rest, I suppose one of the first things we should do is start figuring out what we took out of there.
Yes, that might be a good idea. I will...
Due to where we are, we should be courteous not to make too many loud noises. Because loud noises do tend to scare a lot of animals.
Well, I do need to get this stuff out, and I'll be doing a little work tonight. I started pulling out. I have 75 pounds of loot in the bag of holding. I'll just take that junk out.
Magic items. Got your work cut out.
And let's see. Yeah, Elorn will spend a little time to resummon his big cat.
Okay.
Yep. So 9 lives is back after 10 minutes.
Why do you suppose she was looking for the magical items? Like, it seemed
she
like
was
she
looking
wanted
for
to
treasure.
catalog them, but I don't know.
I think she wished to document the area.
Should ask her when she gets back.
I did not get a feeling that her intentions were malicious.
Well, if nothing else is going on, I'm just going to start investigating the properties of the bile, the acid that I have.
Roll an intelligence-based alchemical supply.
Can I assist
check.
him?
Absolutely.
2 alchemists, man.
Intelligence alchemist, 23.
So this is the most volatile acid that you've ever experienced before in your life, and this is going to take you like a couple of hours to really experiment with. You find out that it has an erosive property that breaks things down onto the very smallest level of its existence, even the magical twain that interweaves items and keeps them concentrated, and erodes them over a period of time, but it seems to be invigorated and empowered by the things that it eats itself, meaning the more that you add to it, the more volatile it becomes, the more dangerous it becomes.
Yeah, the acid part, not even concerned with. The magical dissolving part, definitely something.
Yeah, this is something that can realistically destroy magical items, reliably destroy it. Now, you're not sure if you'd be able to replicate it, however, you at least have a sample of it to experiment with when you're at an actual facility.
I'm going to, my
Implications of that.
acid-resistant armor, I am going to sacrifice it to just observe the nature of it breaking down the magical property.
Okay.
Like a
So
dollop? Like a
you
drop?
put a
Yep.
drop on, and you watch as the drop tries melting into the magic. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. And this is specifically acid-resistant magical armor.
And I'll also assist as I'm with him doing this.
You said Arcana?
Yes.
I have 1 flash of genius left for the day, so let's see. I'll use it here.
So 28.
28.
You look as it begins trying to envelop itself into the weave of magic that protects the item itself. However, the specific weaving that is generated through this is resistant to the acid. So as it tries settling on, it rolls off the armor, hits the floor, and gets absorbed into the soil.
Ooh.
The one drop.
I hope she doesn't notice that.
Does the
Yeah,
drop look
sometimes
like
that happens, Kenroth. But hey, look at that. It didn't
just
work.
put some base on there to make sure it doesn't leak through it.
Yeah, but it's not gonna get rid of the coloration, and I'm like scrubbing it out like
Well, it's in the soil, not the tree.
Yeah, the soil absorbed it.
Oh, okay. Well then
Yeah,
move dirt around.
Done. She comes back. Okay, they're all fed. Not a single one died. See, they are so resilient. Even if they're not native to this area, they took care of each other. Ooh, new kitty. She walks up to the bobcat. Hi. And just starts petting it. She doesn't even care that this is an animal that could maul and kill her. She just starts petting it.
Yeah, the thing says hi back in common.
Oh. Who did this?
No one did this. It is a friend of mine. It is 9 lives.
9 lives? Nice to meet you. Oi. It's nice to meet you too. Is this what your god, not the Wild Mother, did?
Well, sort of. It lets me befriend a fey creature and bring it over here.
So you're a fae. That's so cool. You know, I always wanted to go to the Feywild, but it seems a little too dangerous for me. At least yet, of course. I plan on going there one day.
Doors into Fae. Prissa just offhandedly comments so while she's.
Oh,
while she's
I know. I know they're fae in nature.
Tilly, was there what was the reason you were wanting to go find the magical items and document them?
Oh, I like documenting everything inside of this area. It's what I've been doing my entire life.
Do you have a
So
map of
just
the
because
area?
it was in the forest is why
Well, I
you
have
want
my
it.
map. Yeah, it's a part of the forest.
Okay.
Your permission, can we copy from it? Not take it, make our own version based on yours.
No.
Very well then.
However, if you need directions, I can send you in the right way.
I mean, that'd probably be useful.
Sure, definitely. Prissa, give me your red book real quick, or your pink book real quick.
Oh yeah, here. It's right there. It's like literally like right behind her as she's ritual casting this.
Okay. She takes it and she starts writing down out loud the entire process of how to get to. Where are you going again?
Oh, we're gonna get back to the rock shack.
The Rook
Sorry,
Shack.
Drake.
Yes, after
Oh,
we
I
seal the
love
entrance to
them.
the temple.
Oh, I love them. They're so cool. Sir Yurika's going to chime up. Are we sure we're going to seal the front entrance? I thought we needed one open when we go back there.
I mean, I think Canaroth and Dorzen could probably force their way in, even if we were to collapse the tunnel. It's just more or less to stop people just in case.
And also, I don't want to go back in there unless we can just go in and out really quickly. I didn't like it in
Yes.
there.
I mean,
Well, I
if you-
brought this piece from inside. Could we not have someone teleport us there?
I'm still kind of trying to figure out teleportation. It's really hard.
Well,
nobody knows
I'm-
teleport.
Huh?
I'm sure Prisa has some friends in
I've
the
got
Lyceum.
pages of notes and
Yeah,
still
yeah.
can't make heads or tails.
Well, if you want, I mean, you could hollow the ground around it. Keep it safe that way instead of collapsing it.
So can you do that?
Let me check my holy book real quick.
Didn't we determine that the thing's so far deep in ground that hollowing wouldn't affect it because it's not counted as desecrated or consecrated?
I think
Yeah.
we're just hollowing the entrance. That way, nothing can go in there. and then
Exactly,
we-
yeah. That is a 5th
Oh.
level spell. He technically could, and he
It's
has...
a brand new day. Or tomorrow will be a brand new day.
Exactly. And he would just need incense or oil, herbs, and incense worth 1,000 GP. I don't know if he has that.
I mean,
Probably doesn't.
you could ask Tilly. He seems to have a lot of nature stuff.
Not exactly the stuff you need for a cleric, though. Her stuff
know,
is different.
We have 14,000 gold pieces worth of materials, 800 GP of diamond material, 1,000 GP of a diamond. I'm sure some of the materials might be in there, but maybe not all.
Incense,
there's-
herbs, and stuff like that.
There's only one way to find out, and that would be to go through the items. Which, if we do, I do suggest we sort them by weapons, armors, miscellaneous, and then other things.
Dorzen,
Could use some new.
I
Yep.
apologize. I apologize for interrupting you, but this is something, Dorzen, you'd probably be noticing by now. There's a tapestry kind of hidden away and tucked further away that you make out the edges of. The WPDB. You would know this as the Wildlife Preservation Defense Bureau. Oh no, it's not bureau, it's O. So
Organization.
WPDO. Dorzen, you would know that this is a group of eco-terrorists. You know this because they are based out of the Feywild.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, we're
What
consorting
did you
with
say her name
terrorists.
was again? I forgot.
Tilly.
Tilly.
Tilly. I had a plan, but now it's justified.
Well, all of you are welcome to stay here for the night if you want. Or a couple of nights if you want as well. I don't mind.
Oh, thank you, Tilly.
Yeah,
Thank
of course.
you very much.
Of course.
Tilly,
Yes.
you have done so much to us. You have helped us. You're giving us shelter. Dorzen reaches into like his pouch and pulls out what you know as the coin of passage. Allow me to fulfill your dream. I was gifted this coin whenever I decided to return home to the Feywild.
Insight check on Dorzen, because
Go for it.
Prissa still fully trusts Dorzen and whatever he does.
Absolutely.
10.
Deception check, Dorson.
These were all
I should have cast guidance on myself.
Sort of.
Does this count as...
Lying.
I technically have disadvantage on ability checks. Does skills
Yep.
count as an ability? Damn. You said deception?
Yes.
Oh, not good. -1.
Okay. He's trying to
Oh, 14 total, though.
Alright, Alarin. He's trying to send her to hell. Oh, well, that sounds great, but I'm not really interested in going yet. I'm not powerful enough. They would just kill me. They're Fey.
I understand. Puts the coin away. Slowly walks around behind her.
That was actually pretty nice. Has anybody seen Glade? Did he go out? Did he go out front to relieve himself?
He
I was
comes
gonna ask
walking
about
back
that,
in.
Glade.
I've been. It was good piss.
Watering the flowers.
Yes, watering them. Well, that's really good of you, actually. We have a compost in the back as well, in case you need to drop. I use it for the fertilization for this area.
Very
Yes.
resourceful.
Thank you. So, I'm going to go lay down for a little bit. Make yourselves at home. I'm really... after lying inside of that really rough thing, I just need my bedroll. She goes over and immediately conks out onto her bedroll.
Good night.
With the honey badger sitting on her just... at all of you.
So,
Good night
Chris
to you too,
put up
Roxy.
the dome, right?
Yeah, but the dome's up. It's transparent though, rather than solid color this time, because we're in a safe place. Might as well be able to see through it.
Her bedroll isn't in the dome, right?
Prissa no longer has a bedroll.
No, the Tilly.
Oh. No, she said to do it at a place out of the way, so nothing, so I don't think that would have included her bedroll.
So it's just gonna usher everyone into the dome because I'm pretty sure she can't hear us in there.
No, I
what's
think
up, Dozen?
I think sounds come
Dorzan,
out.
you've been around this dome enough.
She can choose it.
know. Yeah, sound travels through the dome.
So, big huddle, everyone including Glaive.
Yeah. Oh.
So, she's a terrorist
What? No.
of an organization based in the Feywild.
What's a terrorist?
Someone who blows up shit just to blow up shit because they have a thing that they think is better than everyone else.
So I'm a terrorist too, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that described Jimmy pretty well.
Isn't
Sir Uric goes, well, under that description,
is a
I
terrorist
suppose.
a bad thing?
isn't that most
the way you're
society?
saying it makes it sound like it's bad. Is it bad?
I
Sir
mean, isn't
Uric
that,
is kind of in the exact same boat as Jimmy on this. He blows shit up all the time because he knows better.
Can
isn't
Prissa
that
like
most countries that went at war?
Is
Yeah.
that why you tried to send her to hell?
what? No, Dozen was trying to send her to the Feywild.
Wait, who did the what?
I tried to trick her into using the passage coin. Listen,
Wait, the tricker? What?
listen. These people will literally put Jimmy, Prissa, Glaive, Yorick in bindings and let the animals eat them because they think that's the natural order of things.
It's
But
not
that's
really
not
good.
natural. Like we can kill animals.
I mean, if
Yes, but they like animals more than people, air quotes.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
technically
but,
speaking, people are animals.
like my
Not
sister
in
liked
their- They're worse.
my cat more than me, but I don't think she was evil because of it.
You have a sister.
Yeah, I have a sister.
Older? Younger?
She's
Now
young.
is not the time.
Yes, that is not really appropriate at this point, but I feel she would not do much harm in
Can I tell
this
people
forest.
I'm a terrorist?
What did you just say?
I
Can I
don't
tell
think that's.
people I'm a terrorist?
I don't think you're supposed to tell people.
can,
But that's what I am.
It invokes
Quick-
fear.
That's what the word is.
a quick question,
Did
Jero, is
you blow something up against people's wishes because you thought you were right?
Yeah,
I mean,
No,
like
when
every week, but
when the
like,
when
nobody
the
gets
myriad,
hurt.
no,
when the
Jim,
myriad
that
was
Except
is
trying
me
the
sometimes.
Go ahead,
That is the-
Prissa.
when the myriad were trying to kill us, I blew them up when they thought it was right to kill us, but I disagreed. I don't think that makes me a terrorist.
I'm
and
not
also,
explaining this well.
I'm sorry. I just
Yeah,
don't
she
understand the
doesn't
word.
seem very dangerous. She cares about birds. And
Yeah.
those
Prissa, what
horrors.
magic spell did she use to collapse the cave?
Roll an Arcana, Prissa.
I mean, that was a pretty cool spell.
Guidance!
by the way, Jero, quick question. Is there an Exandria definition for terrorist, like dictionary definition, or is it like just a word from the Feywild?
I mean,
16.
if they have a name, they're an organization.
So, it's mostly evildoers. Terrorist is a very common phrase. But on a 16, it was kind of like Mold Earth, but a lot stronger. Not something that you know personally, though.
I don't know the spell personally, but it's similar to this one, and she just molds Earth slightly inside the dome. But on a wider scale, actually, maybe. Do you think she might be able to teach me that, or would that be? Oh no, that might be treading on her hospitality too much. She's already helped us quite a bit just by giving us a place to rest.
I mean, she does have a lot of secrets, and that's not good.
Oh, that being said, she does apparently have coffee somewhere around here, so she might be growing some. Do you think we could maybe get some before we leave?
Jimmy, this might actually help you picture it better. If she met Mitch, she would do everything in her power to kill him.
Who? Mitch?
Yes, Mitch.
Mitch, you know, Mr. Prissa
The
will
guy
use a
who
whisper
you
message.
helped with the hammer that one time in the shack.
I mean, we're just saying that she would, though. We don't know if she actually would.
Yes, I know she would.
How do you
Yes,
know?
Because what she
considering that.
does goes against everything she stands for.
Yes, and she also wanted you
She doesn't
to.
seem mean, Dorzin.
Well, she kind
Well,
of wanted
that's
you
why
to
she's
kill all
so good at
people.
it.
I don't know.
I was wondering how you're gonna make me want to kill the gnome. You did a good job there.
Well, Jimmy, do you remember when she told you to take care of all the humanoids?
Yeah, she said she'd handle the animals and I'd handle like the humans.
Yeah, Jimmy would
Yes.
help keep us safe. I mean, she apparently knows Jimmy better than we do.
No,
From a
she
long time
wanted
ago.
him to take care of them, as in kill them all.
Lauren,
What?
I think you believe I believe you believe that, but I don't think that's correct.
Jimmy.
Yeah, how did
He
you discern
knows-
that one, Alarn?
Well, it was something in the tone of her voice.
I didn't catch it.
Me
But
neither.
I mean, just because with that sort of logic, I mean, even I could possibly take care of everyone. Like if we were to fight amongst each other, I think that maybe I might be able to come out on top if I really tried.
Look, this doesn't seem very fair. She can't even defend herself, and we're just talking about her. And she was nice to us. She helped collapse the tunnel. That was good. Like she hasn't done anything bad.
Exactly.
No, that is correct. For the moment, she would not do much harm in this forest, so I say we leave her
Doesn't
alone.
want to do harm to any forest.
Exactly. Which
Yes.
is
She's
why
making it
I
stronger.
subscribe to the philosophy in this case of live and let live.
Yes.
On
I
that
agree.
note, I think it's rude that we're talking about this sort of thing right now too. Why don't we move on to the magic items? That way we can document them for her, and then we can also divide amongst ourselves. Are there any boots? Because I've been walking in my socks for a little while now, and I'm gonna have to. I don't like having to keep washing them with prestidigitation.
So she saw you with your Vox Machina socks.
Krista just gets the alert. I'm in danger.
Well,
There actually cobbler's tools? I can't remember.
There are, yeah.
There are.
Yeah.
There
Mhm.
are.
May or may not have them because you get a lot of tool proficiencies as an artificer.
I got wood carver's tools. How do you feel about clogs, Prissa?
I mean, it'd probably be better than just these socks. I've never worn clogs either.
How
Are they comfy?
Prissa, I could probably make you some shoes. I don't know if they're going to be good. I haven't really done it before, but like I've done other type of apparel. Usually it's not really form fitting, but if you just need something to put on your feet, I can help you out. And I'll start going to work on.
Give me a wood carver's check.
Sure.
Using, we'll call this wisdom.
Wisdom.
Can Prissa help by sitting down and putting her feet there so
Well,
that he
that's
can
not really
measure?
helping. That's just doing what is necessary to get it done.
Jimmy
Okay.
would not even touch Prissa's feet. He would be too embarrassed.
He doesn't
So
like feet. Got it.
wood carvers. This is going to be. Let's see. Dex brings it up 4 wisdoms, so it's going to be a -6 whatever I roll. So 20.
Wisdom?
It's just how his math works. He gets up and then down. So just
Yeah, instead of doing another creating.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
a
26
no
or
20.
20. You managed to get some reasonably sized clogs within a couple of hours that fit onto her feet. I mean, they're not terribly comfortable because they're clogs. They're a little loose, but with your socks, it does fill it up a little bit more. And you do walk around for a little bit with them, and you hear. Clogs are the loudest fucking shoes in the world.
I can't
Not something
really.
to wear in this forest.
I can't fix that, but if you stuff a little piece of cloth in there, here you go, Prissa. It might not feel as bad. And
Thank
that's
you.
it.
And I'm
It'll
just
keep your
imagining,
feet safe.
I'm not just imagining tap dancing clogs.
Yep.
I was actually tempted to have Prissa like do a little tap dance, but
Give
she
a
wouldn't do
dexterity.
that.
Give a performance check.
This is how tap dancing became a thing in Exandria.
What'd you get?
That's surprising. It's 15.
16.
Okay, I mean, it's not
Or no,
really that
16.
bad. You've heard a lot of people do this before in the past, and you know a lot of people are really expert at it, but you managed to replicate a sound that, to the layman, and not the connoisseur of tap dancing, they would enjoy it.
Thank you,
As
Jimmy.
much as somebody could enjoy tap dancing.
As while that's happening, I'll start organizing the items we got into piles
Alrighty.
for Jimmy to identify once he's done with this.
So, while you're all sitting in here organizing your piles, you're going to have to bring it outside of the actual dome to do that, at least a large portion of it, because it's a large amount of stuff. So, you start doing that, you start filing it out everywhere, getting it all organized, and everything seems to be getting situated fairly well. Until each of you start getting a little dizzy.
Fuck.
Dorzen, you kind of notice a little too late a plume of smoke that's being passed out from behind Tilly's body in your guys' direction. And as you kind of notice it, you watch as one by one the little folk fall. The bigger folk fall. And you are the only one still awake.
Because I'm a Fae and I can't get put to sleep by magic!
Even in the dome.
It's particle.
Gases
Oh, yeah, that's
pass
right.
through domes.
Yeah,
She
Prissa's gonna
rolls
really need
over.
to fix that.
She rolls over, smiles. You really shouldn't have told them. She's holding some type of large canister attached to a metallic rope, and it looks kind of like a walnut shell that's emanating with this puff of smoke out towards everybody. You know,
Am I about to 1v1 a gnome?
Everything could have gone much more easily if you would have just kept your mouth shut. See, I'm retired, okay? I don't seek to hurt people anymore. But now that they know what I am, they're going to know where I am. We can't have that. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm not going to call my sponsor up right now. He still owes me a favor. You know what favors are worth. And you're going to relinquish all of those goodies you looted from that area to me. And then we will part ways and your friends will wake up in, I'd say about a couple of hours or so. Unharmed, of course.
And who do you think your favor is worth that much?
Well, I don't know their exact position, but they are seated at the court. Spring.
Mm.
It's very simple. If I call them here, you could probably kill me. I mean, maybe you can kill me, but you cannot kill him.
I don't have to. My pool is a lot bigger than yours.
You want to try it? She holds up a stick, positioning it to break it in half.
I am of the blood of the Forsaken.
Congratulations.
Potion speed running at her!
The moment you do that, snap. She's holding her action. and time stops. A large archway opens up as you watch as a fae with a long adorned headdress made out of wood steps out, flowers spreading throughout the area with each footstep that they have, and vines enveloping the entirety of the room. He steps forward as you're chugging the potion. He goes, "We don't need that." The potion disappears from your hand.
Shit.
Tilly? Hi. It's been a while. I think I'm ready to come out of retirement. Really? Looks over. Oh. You belong to them. One of Archon's troops, right? No, not Archon. Damn, I fucked it up.
Artagan.
Artagan's troops. This should be interesting. Tell me, Tilly, did you decide to bring me here in the hopes I'll save your life? Or returning to work? That's exactly what I did, yes. Notable. And interesting. He takes 2 steps towards you, Dorzen, growing with each step to be eye level with you. You are magnificently well trained, I must say. Roll me a history check, Dorzen. Or religion, your call.
They're the same, unfortunately. I guess I'll go history. 21.
Not necessarily a good thing to know who they are.
Oh.
This is Dazdir, the consort to the queen of the Spring Court.
That's bad! You feel bad for me?
That puts him at like top 10 on the court. He's just the one that she fucks.
It's really bad for me, though.
Don't worry, Dorzen, you have more pull. You said it yourself.
He said it.
I was bluffing. I can't summon him.
You don't bluff with a terrorist.
I tried to outbluff a terrorist.
I mean, I don't think she was bluffing.
Clearly.
He smiles at you. Oh, you know. Very well. Well then, Tilly, shall I just... The roots start extending with sharp spikes towards the dome itself. Oh, no. I don't think they all need to die. Actually, I find them quite entertaining. I know the one is kind of on par with your goals as an organization, at least to some extent. Fantastically destructive. But no, you don't need to kill them. However, I do need all of their goods. All of them. I'm sorry, I want to be fair. Just the things that they stole from that temple. You know? Fine, go ahead, gather it up. And Tilly just walks over and starts like piling them into a bag.
I've never tried to pray before. I would like to pray to both the Raven Queen and my uncle for some kind of intervention, because I know it's not going to do anything, but Dorzen's going to try for all sick and purpose to call out to both his uncle, and knowing that he probably won't give a fuck, he'll try to call out to the Raven Queen.
Roll a D100.
D100. It's rolling. Roll 20 is lagging, apparently.
Yep. What'd you get?
7.
You got a 7!
I don't have divine intervention, though, so that means nothing.
Yeah.
No, but it's still low.
It's still low.
Depends on what his table is.
You get a whisper in your ear. Your life is worth more than gold. Don't throw it away so stupidly. And you watch as the Fae kind of like looks and goes, "Oh, so you serve nobody of the court? That's interesting. What is your name, boy?" Removes a glove.
Dorzen.
Mary met. Sticks his hand out towards you.
I take it in whatever court manner I'm apparently supposed to follow, because I
A
know
gentle grip of the fingers.
Yeah.
It's the gentle grip of the fingers. Mary met. I don't know why you were so... You must have really struck some fear into her.
Very
What do you
interesting.
have?
You pay a life debt. I cock my head to her.
Oh, it's nothing I haven't paid before. Keeps working. You're interesting. What do you have? I can smell it off of you. It radiates. What is it?
I like cock my head and show him my earring.
No, not that. That's the Raven, bitch. Whatever it is. He is like evaluating you. You can tell that he senses something on you that's difficult for him to discern. However, Tilly stands and goes, I guess I'll just keep all of these things. We can sell them elsewhere. Yeah. Oh, they have that other bag inside of the, dome. I can't get through that, can you? I mean, I could, but it might hurt them in the process. There's no need to hurt them. Honestly, I didn't think they were bad people. Tilly, you still have much to learn. All people are bad. He stretches his hand down and starts ushering her over to the archway. She turns and goes, you know, Dorzen, I'm really sorry that it had to come to this. I was hoping that you would have just gone to sleep, not noticed anything, and then we would have been fine. I didn't expect you to be an actual Fae. But regardless, when we have our sanctuary up and centered, I'll be sure to send you and your friends an invite, okay? I think he's upset with me. They all are. And he ushers her through the archway.
My debts today.
That's good. Paying up always is very valuable.
And
She waves goodbye as they step through the archway that shuts. You turn back around. You have a small section of those magical items and the vast amounts of gold that was still saved inside of the dome. However, everything else that was being organized and not filtered through yet, she took.
Can I just say, whoever gave us this NPC, fuck you?
He did not choose that Tilly would do this. I chose that Tilly would do this. Because if a gnome's in my...
apparent as soon as he picked gnome.
Well, I had other ways to remove that loot from you, but... Balancing purposes, I couldn't let you have 100,000 gold.
Yes, you could. You did it before.
Not at this level. But anyways, Dorzen, you're stuck there. Finally able to breathe once again after looking through a portal back to your home. What are you doing?
Wait, it didn't close behind us?
Oh, it closed behind them, but you were staring where it was. Yes, the party just funded eco-terrorists.
I'm gonna take Pyramaw,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna smash it into where that tapestry was.
Emanates with a large blaze. And startling everybody awake instantly.
Wait, that reminds me. Wouldn't we all have woken up as soon as there was danger in the room?
As soon as there was somebody actively trying to harm you, you would have woken up.
Yeah, that's fair.
He wasn't trying to actively harm us yet, right?
Oh no, he just knew that he could.
So yeah, Dorzen's just gonna keep hammering at this tree until there's an inferno.
Yeah. You all start waking up.
Prissa's gonna run over to Dorzen, breaking the dome because her
You
friend's
see
gone crazy.
him pissed.
What happened?
What are you doing? It was setting a fire.
Dorzen, stop.
What are you doing? This is Tilly's tree. She brought us in. Where's Tilly? Tilly.
Dorzen, give me a athletics check. Disadvantage still.
Where is Tilly?
Yes, and where is all the treasure you had piled up?
Glade grabs your arms as you're swinging them. Listen, you're not gonna burn the entire fucking forest down.
I can try.
Dorzen?
No, you will not.
Where's Tilly?
Gone.
Prissa has this look of horror on her face as she's like, the way you're acting, the way you look, and the fact that Tilly is, quote unquote, gone now.
Wait, did she take her stuff?
Favor.
What do you mean?
The stuff that was outside of the it's gone.
Yes, and we all fell asleep, I believe. What happened?
She went home.
To your home.
With that fucking bastard. I try to get out of his grapple.
Roll again.
Oh, that was normal. I'll roll again. Sorry. 24.
Alrighty, then he's going to roll again as well.
Prissa goes up.
Fortunately, he's stupid strong, so he's just holding you and goes, you need to calm down a little bit. Come on. And starts dragging you out the door.
Well, Prissa was gonna mage hand to Dorzen's face. She's not tall enough to touch his head or anything, but she's gonna just gently do that little thing where she's holding his cheeks. Dorzen, are you okay? Are you hurt? Are you hurt?
He's just seething with how he felt in that moment.
Prissa just hugs his legs, and she's not really tall enough to get up to do anything. She just hugs him as best she can.
If possible, Pyramont is glowing a very brighter red, if that's possible.
Well, for now, tell us exactly what happened. This is all very confusing.
She put you all asleep. Gathered the gold that was outside the dome. Called her Sugar Daddy. And went to the Feywild.
Well, I suppose that is both good and bad. We don't have to deal with her anymore, and on the bad side, she cannot protect the forest.
Surprised you could
Dorzen,
carry that much.
You're really quiet, Conoroth.
I'm surprised you could carry that much.
and Dorzen, Dorzen, we've already lost Grunt and Alfie. I don't want to lose anyone else I care about, so I'm just glad that we're all okay, right? All of us are okay?
Sir Yurik, and it's not like we don't have a lot of gold still left over. I mean, I'm upset about this, but
I mean, I literally lost all my good stuff in the acid, but as long as we all made it out of there, that stuff is replaceable. Like, where our lives aren't.
Yes. The
If I'm
treasure
not
was.
overplaying this right, Winter and Spring hate each other's guts, right?
Spring looks down upon Winter. Winter court is the most powerful of the courts. But Spring, because they happen after Winter, get to look back at them in the destruction and say we are better. All of the courts hate each other, so it's not astronomical. The only one that would be infuriatingly opposed to each other is Summer and Winter. Those two are polar opposites. However, I mean, yeah, Fays don't like each other.
So, I mean, the fact that we're still here now means that we can fix this at another time, or something like that. I'm not saying don't be angry, because well, I mean, that makes me a little frustrated too, the fact that she did that, and I thought she was a good person, but I guess I was wrong.
Well, I tried to tell you, but you did not believe me.
Well, I'm sorry, Lauren.
It is no problem. It,
After like a minute of Prissa trying to calm Dorzen down, he eventually gets to that middle of the road point and says, 2 more names before I'm done. And just like sits down and where the bubble would have been, I guess.
Oh yeah, Prissa will have to start setting it back up, but I mean, that's no issue. She's occasionally looking at doors and worried.
Blade'll let you go. Oh, you have gotten a lot stronger. So what? He sits down right beside you. It's just one more fucker we gotta kill, right?
Dorzen, I'm sorry. I should have trusted you.
And I was ready to throw down the moment he said something, but I'm sticking with the smart people. Unfortunately, it turns out that the smart people weren't the smart people. Sorry, Dorzen.
Well, it is, we still need to try to seal up the entrance.
Sir Yorick, do you see the materials you need?
Give me a second.
Actually, speaking of that, there was still treasure, the top part that we could bring out to help compensate this. If I remember correctly.
There's
Yeah,
no way
Roth.
back up that way.
No,
It
before it
also swallowed us the moment.
before it tilts out.
I mean,
Canaroth, I really don't want to go back in there.
No, let us leave the treasure be. We got something,
Neither
and we
do
kept
I.
our lives, and we kept our freedom.
But
Let
that-
us just.
Disc you have could probably go in there, pick some up, and come out.
It only follows me around.
We'll need to come back at a later time, and when we do, we'll be prepared.
I agree. But, well, I'm not able to do it, but I mean, fuck it, let's see if I can do it. Pretty low. Nope, I can't do it.
So, Dorzen, you mentioned her sugar daddy, she says in quotes. Do you know who that is? Like, is that someone we should be worried about?
I heard a name, didn't I?
Yeah, there was a...
You knew the name. He never said it.
Oh, I knew the name.
Because you also know how dangerous it is to say a face name out loud.
Can you like type it to me for my notes later?
Sure.
Thanks. He was one of the Spring Queen's consorts.
That's
Not one of the.
Oh,
She
okay.
keeps only one.
Okay,
it.
I didn't. I thought there was multiple.
No problem. Most of the time
that's-
there are.
That's I'm not familiar with Fey hierarchy or anything, but that sounds like it's high up, right?
Would I know anything about that?
You know, court structure of the Fae.
You don't know that, but you would understand that there is probably an upper level hierarchy.
And it's probably
You don't know very much about Fey culture, unfortunately.
no. But it is a branch of it that could be studied within Bloodhunters.
They're not set there. That's where it originated from. But
Right.
that's no longer taught to you all.
Is there a good way for me to like describe like his power level? Like, is there a good comparison that I feel like they would know?
Over 9,000.
Uh-huh.
So on your scale, I guess the easiest way to say it is from a scale of mild yet powerful nuisance like Magum, all the way up to Vodovik, which is a fuck nope, he'd be somewhere in the middle. He's probably nowhere
So,
near
like,
the power level of a fuck nope like that, but
So like a adult dragon level dangerous.
relative, probably, maybe. I mean, that's not something Dorzen would know how dangerous they are.
To like compare to them.
Oh, you're asking me for a challenge rating? No.
No, I meant like how easy is it for like so that they understand it? Like how could Dorzen explain it? Like he's as strong as an adult dragon would be a good explanation.
Dorzen wouldn't know that comparison. That's the issue. I mean,
Right.
more powerful than what you think Magum would be. Probably more than likely less powerful than Vorvik.
More than enough to give Vox Machina a run for their money.
More than enough that if they weren't ready, he could achieve killing them.
All right, that's probably the best explanation I could give.
That's pretty bad.
Yes.
Indeed.
By the way, is Tilly's bedroll still there?
Yes.
Prissa mage hands it over before she finishes making the dome, and she'll prestidigitate it afterwards, but she's gonna take that bedroll.
Well, in the morning, if we do get a proper sleep here, I'll be able to help us get all this stuff together. I think I can do a duplicate bag of holding.
It would be wiser to figure out what it is first.
And then I think we just need to close off the temple and try to go back and find Juger.
Yes.
Yes. And we will leave Glade to
Oh,
go.
nobody told Jimmy.
Nobody
Jimmy
told
what?
Jimmy anything.
Yeah,
Because
that Juger is not alive.
No, I think we did mention that when we first showed up.
Yeah, when they came back down, they told
While he
they
was
just
still working
cried out,
on
I was like,
things.
"Oh, your nephew's dead." It's like, what?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
While
right.
Jimmy
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
working on things.
yeah.
Oh,
When Jimmy
so-
was working on things.
One
yeah,
day
that-
you guys
that-
will
that
realize
tracks.
Jimmy does not notice things willingly.
Jimmy, sorry, we said this earlier, but they're dead. It seems like they were maybe forced into the temple by the free folk of the south. That's right, Jero? They're like the free folk, or
The elves.
not
The
elves? They're
sprinters.
like
No, they're the free folk of the south. Yeah, but they're from Briodet.
yeah, but I think they call
They
themselves.
call
free
themselves the
folk.
free folk. Yeah, you're correct. Just you don't know that. Konorath does.
Oh,
Yeah,
No,
this
but
entire
he
area is
explained that.
unknown to any of you, unless Konorath
Dorson
explains
knows
it.
about the factions.
Yeah, I thought I did say
I
that to
researched.
them.
Correct.
Yeah, because I said it to Glaive and the others were in the area.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Just
I'll tell you
goes
what.
over to his bedroll and goes to sleep.
Yeah, why don't we take some shifts, sleep a little bit? Do you guys? I have a boat probably still okay. Head out.
Yeah, we have somewhere else to go after we seal the temple.
Very well. Well,
But as you leave, perhaps you could spread that rumor that the temple is empty and bring nothing but death.
Not wrong.
I mean, it's pretty wrong. But
I mean, there's no
I
way
can
to
spread
get
it.
out now.
I can spread it.
There's literally no
true.
way to get out. You go in, you die.
But I
Hey,
tell
go
you
in-
what, he goes over to
Maybe-
like the bag, puts on a crown, puts on a couple of necklaces, puts on a few bracelets. This will be good. I wanted something from all this too.
What happened to
yeah,
your
we were
bag?
going to give you some.
My bag got destroyed when I fell down. I didn't have
Yeah.
the luxury of somebody waddling me down. I got too overzealous.
Yes, well, you should not have gone off ahead of us like that.
You guys were being tediously long-winded. I just wanted to get done and go home.
Sorry.
You were the right ones. But anyways, I think I'm going to head out. It was actually pretty nice meeting most of you. I think you're pretty great folk.
It was
Yeah.
nice meeting you too, Mr. Glade.
You as well, little one.
Yes, you're not as bad as pirates go.
I don't know why you think pirates are bad people. It makes no sense. Alright. Dorzin,
Good.
can I get a hug goodbye? Brings you in and just tightly squeezes. Hey, when you're free next, you find me, okay? You got people who can do that magic bullshit. What?
Yeah.
Just make sure I'm not shitting when you do it.
There's literally no way to tell.
Yeah, good point. Most of the time I'm shitting. But when you decide to travel around or you want to go after him, you be sure to get me first, aight?
Yeah.
Good. Pats you on the shoulder, just squeezes. Everybody else? Oh, Master Jimmy? Good meeting ya.
Jimmy's already passed out at this point, so he could wake him up if he wants, but
No, that'd be rude. Right. See you around. Walks out, picking up a large quarterstaff on his way, being like, I could definitely hit somebody with this. Just keeps walking.
I mean, if you need to, you can borrow mine.
Oh no, I'll take this one. The bitch isn't using it.
Alright, safe travels.
You too. And he walks off. So, I think around this point, this is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Should we just assume we get a long rest at this point?
I'm assuming
or-
you guys are going to take the proper precautions to take a long rest. Yes. Alrighty. So, everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. It was a entertaining one, to say the least. Players, thank you for playing. Sorry you didn't get all of the magical things ever, but you got a lot of the magical things.
Can't wait to see that list.
Yes.
So mad at you.
All right, everybody. We'll be back. Take care.